Right guys, we are live. Welcome along to today's stream. Liverpool versus Manchester City. What is without doubt the biggest game so far this season for the Reds. I'm looking forward to it. Great to have you all with us for the show. Team news is out, as I'm sure you know. We'll get through it. We'll just get a few more people into the chat and then we'll hang on. Because otherwise we'll end up going to the team news over and over and over again. It's an interesting team, to say the least. A couple of people aren't going to be happy about it. Couple of people might be, but look, we'll go through it together. What isn't up for debate today, guys, is this is a massive fucking game for Liverpool Football Club. There can be no fucking about today, guys. It is 3 points that we need. 3 points will set us up nicely for the international break. We've a long way to go before kick-off. I started this one nice and early because I wanted a big build-up. I wanted to see how everybody's feeling. Wanted to know how you're all out there and see how many people we can get on. Let's see if we can make this one of our biggest watch-alongs so far to date, because it's my final one before I head off on 2 weeks vacation. So great to be here with you all for it. I'll get through team selections in just a couple of seconds. I want to wait for the chat to fill up a little bit. In other words, we end up going over and over and over, and nobody wants us to repeating ourselves time and time again. Liverpool team, there was this one that was rumoured last night and a couple of people thought we may see, but it's come to pass. Let's just put it that way. It's come to pass. Do you know what? Without any further ado, let's get straight into the team news. So Liverpool's team today is Alisson Becker in goal. Alexander-Arnold on the bench. So Alisson Becker in goal. Alexander-Arnold on the bench today. Joe Gomez starting at right back. Centre back pairing of Dejan Lovren and Virgil van Dijk. Left back is Andy Robertson. No surprises there. Central three today is going to probably be the area that divides a lot of Reds. For me, Henderson, Gini Wijnaldum and James Milner is a midfield trio that will give us a lot of work rate, but will it give us the guile and creativity we need? I guess only time will tell. And up front, no changes whatsoever. Mohamed Salah, Roberto Firmino and Sadio Mane. Absolutely nothing to worry about there. 3 boys up front. I think they're going to click today. I just feel it. I have a feeling in my bones, guys, that they're going to come good today. Manchester City team as well. We might as well go through that while we have everybody on here. No surprise with the goalkeeper. Ederson, Brazil's second best goalkeeper, is in goal. Walker, Stones, Laporte and Mendy. So Mendy makes it. There was a couple of doubts about him building up to the game. A couple of people didn't know if he was going to be fit or not. I think actually there might have been a few mind games from Pep on that one. Midfield then a Fernandinho, David Silva and Bernardo Silva. And then a front three of Mahrez, Sterling and Aguero. So no Jesus and no Sané for Manchester City in their starting 11. So a couple of, I don't know, would you call them surprises by both manager? A couple of people, I see one comment there in the chat already. Glad Trent is out. Excuse me, not really sure how I feel about that one. I'm not in your comment, mate. I don't mean by that. I mean about Trent being out. Myself and Connor were talking about this a few minutes ago, and I can understand it to an extent. I can understand why perhaps Klopp went that way. Teams had been targeting that right-hand side, particularly Napoli. But I'm wondering, is that because Trent wasn't doing well or because he wasn't getting the cover from the forwards? We know Mohamed Salah certainly doesn't tuck in and give him cover. He's usually the one that's left furthest forward for the Reds. So look, let me dip into the chat, see how everybody's feeling. Ferno said, I'm sorry, but what's with that team? Hazard won't leave in January, said Andre. He will if the money comes in, mate. It's not up to Hazard. Hazard would leave tomorrow if he had the chance. Strange how Klein doesn't really get picked anymore, said Louis. Yeah, that's a good point actually, Louis. It seems that Gomez and Trent have bypassed Kleiny at this point. I feel like Gomez is starting as we expected Mendy to play with his attacks, and Gomez doesn't receive much cover from Salah. Sorry, I was just trying to decipher the comment there. It's a good point, and from a physicality perspective as well, of course, Gomez is a big unit, as is Mendy. So maybe, you know, shoulder to shoulder there, the gaffers think along those lines as well. Not a 3 at the back, Ray, mate. I thought the same at first when I seen the team. I said to Connor, hang on, Lovren, Gomez, Van Dijk, are we going 3 at the back here? But then when you see Andy Robertson as well there, kind of lets you think, nah, he's just moving Gomez over to right back. So that's pretty much where I'd be with that one. I'm not going to lie, I'm a little bit concerned about the midfield trio for today's game. Not putting any downers on the game. I hope it goes well, but I've been saying it all week, so I cannot be a hypocrite. I just feel that a midfield trio of Henderson, Gini and Milner could lack some guile and creativity. Naby Keita's fit to make the bench, so if you're fit to make the bench, in my eyes, you're fit to play. I probably would have preferred Keita to start this game, but the three guys that will start, I'm behind them 100%. I hope they go and prove us wrong. There's going to be work rate from that trio. There's no doubt about that. I just had a feeling that midfield is where this game was going to be won and lost. You won't be lacking work rate. We can keep going back to that one. We will not get a lack of work rate, but I suppose it all comes down to what opportunities get created for the front three and if they're a bit more clinical than they have been over previous weeks. The work rate is what we'll need, having them both. Silva in the middle, said Nabil. There's no creativity in the midfield, said Furno. Kieran said, what about Khabib? It's not really the place, mate, to talk about Khabib. We can talk about that later on. We can talk about that another time. Congratulations to Khabib, by the way. Absolutely manhandled Conor. Won that fight hands down. We'll talk about that in another time. But congratulations to him. He certainly earned his victory. Midfield has to be on its game today, said Louis. Kieran, mate, again, can we stop with the UFC chat? This is the Liverpool stream today, buddy. We'll talk about the UFC on tonight's pod or tonight's show or a little bit later on or something. Do you think Trent should have started? Asked your boy Harrison. It's not for me to say. I know you're only asking my opinion, mate, but I can understand what the gaffer has done there by playing Gomez at right back, particularly with Mendy starting. I wouldn't have thought Mendy was going to be fit to start today's game, so I understand what Klopp was gone with. But I suppose the thing I can answer it, mate, is I trust either one of them, and I have the utmost of respect for either one of them, and I think either one of them can do their job. So that's not one of the swaps that worries me. I'm not worried about Dejan Lovren coming in at centre-back either. As I've said before, Dejan Lovren to me is a good centre-back, so I've no issues there with him. The only issues I have is around the midfield, and even at that, I'm probably being harsh saying the word issues. I just have doubts about creativity. Did De Bruyne make their squad? No, he didn't. The Manchester City bench is Danilo, Kompany, Sane, Otamendi, Jesus and Foden. So no place for Kevin De Bruyne whatsoever in the squad today. Jurgen Klopp said, hey everybody, I should probably be doing my team talk now. It's alright, Jurg, we appreciate you dropping in, mate, to have a word with us to you know, get the troops ready before you head off and get it done. True, let's talk about LFC, said Imran. Absolutely, there's a time and a place, and we will talk about the whole McGregor-Khabib fight because, look, it deserves to be spoken about, but not today. This is my last watch-along before I head off for a couple of weeks. I want to enjoy it. I want to sit back, enjoy the game with you guys, and hopefully cheer the Reds on to 3 valuable points today against Manchester City. Not going to lie, I'm a bit worried about the midfield. They have the work rate, but when it comes to a final pass, sometimes we lack it, said Louis. Is Kevin De Bruyne back? Asked Connor. No, mate, not in the squad whatsoever. Weird to see Lovren back in the side. Why move out Gomez, who's been our best centre-back along with VVD? I think we've kind of touched on why he might be moving him out, mate. It's probably because of Mendy starting at left back. Because of the physical battle there. And also because at times I feel like Trent Alexander-Arnold doesn't get the cover he needs from the front three. Now you can't really pin that one on Mane because he's usually over on the left hand side, but with Salah being the most forward player, sometimes I wonder, do we perhaps get the players tucking in to give him some cover, particularly when we turn over from when we're transitioning from attack to defence. Come on Reds, said Ben. There you go. That's what we need. More of that. Come on the Reds. I wouldn't be bothered about midfield. They served us well last season. Surely our front three must click. Again, Paul, mate, we did say that myself and Connor in our chat, but we did have Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain to come in there as well, or to play some of those games against Manchester City, and not having him there today, that was a bit of dynamism I think we were talking about. Connor said LFC is bigger than UFC. Damn fucking right. Bigger, better, more entertaining at times. Absolutely, Connor. Enjoy your holiday, said Ben. Thank you, mate. I'm really looking forward to it. We're heading off late tomorrow night, so cannot wait for that one. 2 weeks away with the fam. Sneakily bringing the phone. There'll be a few occasional little live streams, of course. Don't hate me if I do it by the swimming pool in the villa, guys. Do not call me a cunt. I fucking earned this break, so bear with me. If I do a stream by the pool, it's not because I'm trying to glow. It's absolutely because I'm trying to glow. 100% without a shadow of a doubt. Neil Anthony said, I think he's pushing Milner right wing back and pushing Firmino behind Mane and Salah in a 3-5-2 formation. Possible. It is interesting. Look, I'm all for a 3-5-2, Neil. I've been saying it for a long time. I think 3 at the back would certainly be something we could do. It would just surprise me if it's something that you did on a week where you had a midweek game and then a game against Manchester City at the weekend and you hadn't really got time to train that formation. Whether it's much of a tactical tweak, I don't know. Maybe I'm reading too much into this, or maybe I'm making too much of a big deal out of it. But for me, that's the type of thing you do if you've got a full 7 days between games and you can really drill down the team and get them ready for the game the following weekend. We had Napoli during the week, mate. So between that, Naby Keita having his injury, the media duties, the players recovering, I don't know how much time Klopp would have got with the guys on the actual training field. Craig, what do you think of the lineup? That defence is making me nervy, said the Revanite. No issues with the defence, none for me, mate, whatsoever. I've every faith in the defensive five that's there if you include the goalkeeper. 2-0 to Chelsea, for those asking about the Chelsea score. Chelsea are winning 2-0, 81 minutes gone, so it looks like that's 3 points for them. Man City will lose midfield because they have too much attacking players playing, said Imran. Ray said, I wonder if the feckin' bus made it okay. I told you, mate, they didn't take a bus. They were camping in there last night. They were camping in the Liverpool away changing rooms. They had their little campfires. Pep read them all a little bedtime story. Everything was tickety-boo and ready to go in there. And sure, look, Sterling must be feeling on top of the world because he's playing today. So obviously he shed his skin in the dressing room, got himself a nice little shower, and he's ready to go. Connor said, when you stream beside the pool, how do we know you're actually on holiday and it's not just your backyard? It's a fair point, Connor. I mean, you guys have only seen certain parts of Craig Towers here, so you could be right, mate. It could just be my back garden. The hint might be that it'll be like 32 degrees outside, buddy, and not fucking piss and rain. That could be the hint, but look, you're right. It could be a green screen as well. I guess you're just going to have to trust me. Maybe I just wanted a break from you fuckers for 2 weeks, so I just thought, you know what, Connor, whack me up an old image on the green screen there. I'm going to pretend I'm on holidays just so I don't have to deal with this for 2 weeks. Ferno said this will be just like the Chelsea game, 1-1 unless Keita comes in soon. Ole Clip said, how are you? I am great, mate. How are you? Thank you for joining us for today's watch along. How long have we got, guys, until this game kicks off? What time is it? 35 minutes, so it's ticking along nicely. I am fucking buzzing for this one, guys. I'm expecting big things today, I have to say. Ben said, Klopp clearly has a plan with Lovren. Don't doubt the gaffer, guys. Fucking damn right, man. Never doubt Kloppo. I'm very confident this will be a high-scoring game, said Kieran. So am I, mate, actually. So am I. Ederson, Walker, Stones, Laporte, Mendy, Fernandinho, Silva, Bernardo Silva, Mahrez, Sterling and Aguero. Louis putting in the Manchester City team. Louis, mate, you're a fucking star. Thank you so much for dropping that into the chat. Subs as well there for everybody who wants to have a look. Just check out Louis' post. Louis is an absolute superstar to us in here. Always lets us know the breaking news, and now he's putting team news in there as well, mate. Fair play, top man. Ben said, Man City took the battle bus from Fortnite to get to Anfield. Mate, we've already done that. We're ahead of you. Look at last night's thumbnail. We nailed that one last night, buddy. Throw up the green screen with the pool in the background, then rip the screen in to show you're actually there. That's it, Connor. It's a fair point. I'll drag that fucking 2 metre by 1.5 metre screen all the way through customs onto a plane. 2 planes actually, and all the way over to America. 4-0, Johnny Cuntylock. Love that name. That's my fucking name though, but love that name. Johnny Cuntylock. 4-0 to Liverpool. That'll do very nicely, mate. But look, if we keep Manchester City from scoring today, that will be some performance from the Reds. From the Reds defence particularly. 3-0 for Connor. Sterling, give him abuse all the time. Every time he touches the ball, said Scotty99. Where are you going on holiday? Asked your boy Harrison. Go to Orlando, mate, with the fam. Yeah, 2 weeks over there. I think this is our 4th or 5th year in a row doing it. Love it. Last one though, because you know these things are fucking expensive. So there's only so long we can put off everything else in the house and keep going on holidays. So we have to do some work in the house from next year. But yeah, very much looking forward to it, mate. Not gonna lie, I could do with an elemental break at this point. Craig, they'll know you're there when you see a pic of my ugly fat ass standing next to you, said Farrell. There you go. As I said, Farrell is driving up to Orlando. He's going to come to Universal Studios with myself and the family, so cannot wait to meet him. And so yeah, you'll have proof that I'm actually in Orlando. But then again, none of you guys actually know what Farrell looks like, so he could just be my next door neighbour for all you know. Mossy Wassy's going 2-0 to Liverpool. Luke Skywalker said Salah to make Mendy wish he was still injured today. I haven't actually looked at the odds on Salah to score today, actually. Let me have a little look at that one. You guys know I have my fiver on Van Dijk to score ahead of though. Every week, I promise you. I'm going to keep doing it until he scores. You have my word on that one. Every single week, I will be sticking fiver on Virgil van Dijk to score ahead. He's got to do it eventually, doesn't he? I mean, why not today? Today seems as good a day as any. Right, I'm just looking at the odds here on Mohamed Salah to score, so bear with me, guys. I just want to see what they've got him down as to put one in the back of the net, because it could be his day. I think it might be his day today. Right, the score in 90 minutes. 5-4. 5-4, so do you know what? He might be worth a little tickle. I'm going to have a little slight tickle. The wife's upstairs. Shh, don't say anything. Keep it just between us. Gotta have a slight little tickle on this one here, so bear with me, guys, while I try not to get my ass kicked by the wife putting on a little slide 50 on Mo. Right, here we go. My wife's gonna kick my ass. All the holiday money going on Craig betting, but you know what, fuck it. It's part of the fun, isn't it? Right, there we go. That's that done. Sorry guys, I know this isn't making for great watching. There we go. On. No fucking about. Mo Salah to score. 50 quid. There you go. Job done. Shh, just between us though. Don't say anything to the missus. We beat them last time when we didn't have Allison. Be harder for City to school. I think it's going to be 3-1 to LFC, says Bullet66. Your boy Harrison said, let's do this, Reds. Come on, that's more of that stuff. That's what we need. More of that. Putting on an old tickety-boo, said Connor. There you go. Have to have a little tickety-boo before the game. This is the only game I hadn't actually put any decent money on all weekend, which is nuts. You know me, guys, I like a bet. I hadn't put that in most of the game, so I thought, you know what, fuck it, while we're on here, I'll have a quick look, see what Mo is. Mo's going to come good today, I have a feeling, so why not? Rod's in the house. Rod, how are you, sir? What's this for you, Rod? Like 4 o'clock, 11:30 at night, this game for you over in Australia kicks off, Rod. So that's not too bad, mate. That's one of the more decent kickoffs for you. Prediction for today, said Louis. Liverpool 3, Manchester City 2. Liverpool to be 3-0 up and City to get 2 late goals, mate. Don't do this to me again, for fuck's sake. Jesus Christ, we had that last year and my heart nearly jumped out of my chest when Manchester City start coming back at us. It's the sign of champions. I'll give them that one. Fair play to them last year. They didn't give up, but can we not just stick it to 3-0? Maybe let them have a... No, I don't even want them to get a 3-1. Nah, fuck it. 3-0 is much nicer, mate. We'll go with that. Shea Henderson and Lovren starting, says Wangyal. I don't know what to make of that, mate. I honestly don't. I'd love to call you out and say something about it, but I'm a bit worried about the midfield trio. And it's not because Henderson's in it. It's because the 3 of those 3 are in it. Only 2 of those 3 are Naby Keita and I'd have been fine. Dirty Girl's in the chat. Dirty Girl, how are you? Great to have you with us. I couldn't be more happier about Mo scoring tonight, said Fernando. That's it, mate. He's going to do it. He's going to fucking score. I'm telling you. It's done. Tickety-boo. It's done. Dirty Girl in the house. Absolutely. As we always say, it's not a live stream. It's not a watch-along. It's not an Anfield Agenda stream unless Dirty Girl's in the house. Connor said, bit of a mad bet for him today. Liverpool to win, Mane to score, and Gomez to be booked at 21-1. That's a really tasty bet, actually, Connor. Well in, mate. That is a good bet. Particularly with Mendy going up the left-hand side. There could be a book in there for Gomez, mate. That's a nice bet. Well thought out. I couldn't even look. I was switching between the channels, said Louis. Good afternoon, Craig. Good afternoon, Red, said Pepper Red. Pepper's in the house. Pepper, how are you, sir? Great to have you with us for today's game. Guys, we're, 29 minutes away. It's ticking along nicely. We're getting towards the game. We'll go to the team selections and team news one more time for anybody who's late coming into the chat. Guys, if you're new to the channel, thank you for joining us. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to drop a like on the stream as well. So, team news for today. We'll start with Manchester City because, you know, just get the fucking thing out of the way. Ederson in goal. Kyle Walker, Stones, Laporte, Mendy. So, Mendy made the back 4 today. A lot of people wondering if Mendy would start at left back. He has made the team. Fernandinho, David Silva, Bernardo Silva, then Mahrez, Sterling and Aguero. The bench today, they have Danilo, Kompany, Sane, Otamendi, Jesus and Foden. So no place for Kevin De Bruyne on the Manchester City bench today either. Told you guys all week, didn't expect him to play. Didn't even expect him to make the bench. But, you know, you can't expect somebody to come back from a serious injury like that and be ready to go so quickly. Liverpool team, just in case you can't see it scrolling across the bottom of the screen there. Liverpool team for today, Alisson Becker in goal, of course, never any doubt about that. The one change that we have, well, I suppose there's two changes really when you think about it, to the back four. Trent Alexander-Arnold drops to the bench and he has been replaced or rotated, whichever you want to say, by Joe Gomez starting at right back. Our two centre-backs for today's game, Dejan Lovren and Virgil van Dijk, and of course Andy Robertson at left back. The midfield trio Jurgen Klopp has gone with for today's game is Jordan Henderson, James Milner and Gini Wijnaldum. And then the front three are unchanged. The front three are the front three: Mo Salah, Bobby Firmino and Sadio Mane. So guys, do let me know. I'll read out the Liverpool subs as well, just in case anybody doesn't know. SpongeBob, Fabinho, Keita, Sturridge, Shaqiri, Matip and Trent. So bench is very strong. There's a few options there for the gaffer. Let me know your thoughts on the starting 11. Let me know your thoughts on the Manchester City 11. And of course, give me your score predictions as well. Lots for us to get through before this game starts. Usually, I'm trying to just think how we can get through the chat, how we can talk for 30 minutes before the game starts. But there's so many if, ands or buts about this game that I could probably have come on 2 hours beforehand and still had stuff to talk about. Ferno said, Mo was 1 goal behind his tally for this time last year. He had 1 more. Is that right though, mate? I know that was right as of last week, but I'm wondering with the Champions League game if that's still right. But either way, it's much of a muchness. Do you know when Ox will be playing again? Asked Bullet 6060. I'd say you're talking January, February, mate. He is back. Excuse me. He is back in light training. So, yeah, I think January, February probably. What's your thought on Arsenal's 5-1 win today? Asks your boy Harrison. Surprised, I have to be honest. I keep probably underestimating Arsenal. That's 8 wins in a row, or they're unbeaten in 8 anyway. I think it's 8 wins in a row, but yeah, it's a good result. 5-1 away at Fulham. Fulham were predicted by a lot of people this season to do particularly well. Obviously, they got Jean-Michel Seri. They have Sessegnon as well. They have Schürrle. They got a new goalkeeper. So they spent money in the summer. I think, if memory serves me correct, they spent something like 150 million, which is the most spent by any goalkeeper or by any sorry, I'm being distracted. Morata has actually scored here for Chelsea to make it 3-0 in the 93rd minute. So yeah, sorry, apologies anyway. I think 150 odd million was the most spent by any team coming up from the Championship ever. So they really did back themselves. It's a bit of a thumping for them at home. They got it back to 1-1 as well. Arsenal went 1-0 up. Lacazette scored. Schürrle then equalised, and then Arsenal just ran away with it. So good result for Arsenal. Yeah, maybe we should start showing them a little bit more respect. Somebody booed out that tvcami.com there for me, will you? Somebody, one of the mods. Mark Dosey said, I think Milner is too slow for these types of games. It depends where you play him, I suppose, Mark. I don't know. I've written off James Milner far too many times, and I'm wrong time and time and time again, because the dude knows what it's about. The dude knows how to play these games. He knows how to play in the big games. Can somebody boot that lad out for me? No? Okay, I'll do it myself. Hang on. Oh, there he's gone. Thank you, whoever did that. We should have Trent on the starting 11 and Matip should be on the starting 11 instead of Lovren, said Ken Zood. Well, look, mate, if Trent was in the starting 11, then you wouldn't have Matip there because Joe Gomez will be playing alongside Virgil van Dijk. So part of your sentence doesn't really add up. But I get where you're coming from, but at the same time, I can understand why he's gone with Joe Gomez at right back for today's game. With Benjamin Mendy tearing down the left-hand side, and the pure physicality of that man, because he's a massive unit. Not only does he have pace to burn, he's a big fella. And maybe he thinks that Joe Gomez can give him a better challenge in the air if they play long diagonals up, because Benjamin Mendy is a big tall fella as well. So there's no way I think that Trent will be able to compete aerially with him as well as physically. So I think that's probably why Jurgen Klopp has gone and put Joe Gomez at right back today. Fucking stinky Chelsea just scored again, said Ryan. Actually, look, 1-0, 3-0. Doesn't make any fucking difference, to be fair, really. We should have Trent in the starting 11 and Matip should be in the starting 11 instead of Lovren. We've gone through that one. Gunners 6 straight wins in the Premier League. They flew past United. That's not hard, to be fair, though. United are fucking crap. Although I forgot, sorry, didn't they win the World Cup or something last night? Sorry, we completely forgot about that. You know Southampton are bad when Morata scores against you, said the Revenite. I think they're fucking doomed this season, personally. I don't think Danny Ings is going to be able to save them. I'm looking at the league table here now. Obviously, a win for Liverpool or City today puts them right back up on top. Southampton 2 points above the relegation zone now. It's tricky times for them. Cardiff, Newcastle, Huddersfield taking up the bottom 3 places in the league, and Fulham, who Arsenal gave a spanking to today, just above them. So it's tight down at the bottom already, but look, you'd expect that. We're only, 7 or 8 games into the Premier League, so lots to go through still. Craig, did you Google the Giants in Liverpool? Didn't need to Google it, Ben. I've seen a couple of images popping up on my timeline on Twitter. So I did see it. They're fucking cool, aren't they? I can understand why people go and see them. They're kick-ass. I love stuff like that. So yeah, brilliant. Sad that it's the last year coming to Liverpool if that's the case, but they look brilliant, I have to say. Can understand why people bring the family out to enjoy them. Fuck Chelsea, fuck City, come on you Reds, said Brian. That's my type of comment, mate. Fuck them. Fuck each and every last one of them. Up the motherfucking Reds. That's what we're here to talk about. Come on you Reds, said Brian as well. Vinny says, hi Reds, who's showing the match? It's on Sky over here, mate. Sky have the game over here in Ireland and the UK. Mendy is dangerous, said Pepper Red. How did the bus greeting go, asks Rod. Not gonna lie, mate, I only rolled my ass out of bed, turned on the computers and got ready for this setup. I was up late last night, as you can imagine. So yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I was getting some rest. Didn't see the team greeting. Is this Lovren's first game since the World Cup? Said Connor. No, didn't he play one? Sure he played one. I'm sure Lovren played one game. I'm sure he has. League Cup? League Cup perhaps? I don't know, call me mad, mate. I could be wrong. I'm sure Lovren has started one game for Liverpool. I played one game so far this season. Could be wrong though. I usually am. Chelsea wearing tea towels again. Said Bullet 6060. Ben said Man United have said Jose will be sacked soon. I think he meant won't be, mate. But look, they want Zinedine Zidane. It's no secret. Big job if Zidane comes in and takes it. But look, let's all hope Jose stays there for the fucking forever and makes those bastards as miserable as possible. Didn't Lovren play in the Carling Cup match against Chelsea, or am I wrong? Said the Revenite. I thought so as well, mate. I was sure I'd seen his name play some game this season. Lovren's played against Southampton, I think, said Ryan. Let's have a bus farewell then, said Rod. I'm telling you, Copperberg have missed a fucking trick here today. If I was working for Copperberg or a Copperberg rep, I would have been outside Anfield today, dishing out money off coupons, dishing out t-shirts, baseball caps, posters, fucking everything. I would have been I would have been fucking spamming the place with Copperberg stuff. It would have been Copperberg a Palooza outside Anfield if I was Copperberg today. It would have been the best promotion they could have had. Yeah, they missed the trick, I have to say. I think we should say goodbye to them though. Everybody outside the stadium should tip a can of Copperberg to them and just pour some out for the dead bus, as I said about before. Not throw any at the bus, don't want that to happen. Although it's going to be hard to throw it at the bus when we've already discovered that they take the fortnight bus, so it's going to be going up into the air before it heads off away from Anfield. Billy Forrest said he'd take a draw today. Your boy Harrison said, got my popcorn, I'm so pumped. On Billy Forrest's comment there, guys, if it was a draw today, if Liverpool did end up taking 1 point, how would you feel about it? I know it's going into the international break. It's fucking frustrating when these things happen, particularly on the back of the results that we've had recently. In the grand scheme of things, as I've said, a point wouldn't be the end of the world, but let's be honest about it. We got to go for the 3. We have to go for the 3 points today. Whatever happens today, it's not going to shape the league. I have to be honest about that. I've seen people just try and say, if we lose today, then our league challenge is over. Fuck off. I'm not having that. Liverpool win today, then the league title's still there to be had. Liverpool draw today, the league title's still there to be had. Liverpool lose today, the league title's still there to be had. It's a long ass season. There's going to be another 30 games to play after today. Today is not going to, they're not going to give out the Premier League title after today, no matter who wins the game. Psychologically, it's the first blow strike from either side. You will say that one, but come on, let's be honest about it. There's a long way to go. Dia Egan said, see us going 5 for the back with Milner as a right wing back and Henderson and Genie in midfield with Bobby and Mane. Salah up front might work as well. City struggle against 5-4-1, e.g. Wolves and Huddersfield. Rod said a draw would be okay under the circumstances. Louis said, I can't believe that Alexis Sanchez and Alvaro Morata have scored this weekend. The world's gone crazy. You know, mate, it's fucked up, isn't it? I mean, that's it. It's Armageddon. Two useless players have scored, and do you know what? Maybe this is the weekend Van Dijk gets his head in. See, this is the weekend for unusual things happening. Maybe Big Virg is going to finally land me a winner and rise like a salmon leaping out of a stream above the Manchester City defence and nod one into the top corner. Connor said, depends on how the game pans out really. It's easy to say a draw wouldn't be bad, but if City are shite and we're not able to capitalise, then it's a failure. Again, it is, buddy, but I always say I'm a big picture thinker, so it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. If it's a draw, it's a draw, and come the end of the season, it's going to be the same fucking point, whether it's a fantastic hard fought 1-1 or we get a last minute equaliser. At the end of the day, it's still going to be 1 point on the board, and when we're doing the tally of points at the end of the year, how we got that point will be irrelevant. I get your point though, it would be a chance missed. I understand where you're coming from. 3-0 up the motherfucking Reds, said Vinnie Johnson. Louis said, Dejan Lovren to get a goal today then? No, Virgil van Dijk, mate. We need Virgil van Dijk. Who's seen scoring for Liverpool today? Well, I've just stuck 50 on Mo Salah to score, as you guys have seen on the stream, so fingers crossed for Mo. Other than that, your guess is as good as mine, mate, and I really don't care. I will happily lose my bet if Liverpool win this game 1-0 and it's an OG off Raheem Sterling's fucking ass. I don't care, as long as Liverpool get the points. So Liverpool on the screen here in front of me now, warming up on the field. Anfield pitch looking good, not like that fucking potato field that we were playing on in midweek. Manchester City seem to have decided that they're getting the worst warm-up kits in the history of the world this season. They look like Where's Wally kits gone wrong. Salah goals today, said Imran. If we lose today, our heads will dip, and so may our form. A win puts us on cloud 9 and flying, said Mark. Can we watch the game? You can, mate. Absolutely, just not on here. But yeah, you can definitely watch the game. You can find a stream or turn on Sky or whatever it is on TV. But we won't be showing it on here, mate. So if you've tuned in here hoping to see the game, we're not going to be showing any content, buddy. It's just alternative commentary and fan chat on here. But I hope you find the stream lucky, mate, wherever you have a look. Van Dijk hat-trick, says Louis. There you go. Now we're talking. Now we're talking my language. Craig will be bummed out if Mo doesn't score. Bummed out, sleeping on the sofa, booted in the head by the missus, various other things, Ben. The ref and I said, Craig Genie will get a goal. He's good for one against Manchester City. Salah, Mane, Firmino will turn up. Just watch, said Dirty Girl. Klopp looks relaxed. He's smiling here, being interviewed before the game, just watching him. He always is though, isn't he? He's just the picture of happiness, calmness. Looking at Pep being interviewed here as well. He looks like a man who has a few things on his mind. Although look, we know Pep is a thinker, isn't he? He just never stops. He just constantly just thoughts churning around in that head of his. Haven't seen him break a smile yet. Yeah, interesting to see the difference there between the two managers in their pre-match interviews. There's the Mane though, the camera cuts to Mane, and of course he's just beaming with smile, confidence. Liverpool's number 10, Sadio Mane. It's great to say he's Liverpool's number 10 actually. It really is good to see him get that number this season. Good morning Reds, said Godfrey. Good morning mate, welcome to you. The Rabbit predicts 3-2 to the Reds, said Rod. The Rabbit's never wrong. So Rod, you're under pressure here, buddy. William Spencer said, good afternoon Craig, looking forward to this game. It's going to be the game of the season. I hope you're right, mate. Although I wouldn't give a fuck about a 1-0 win either. Game of the season will do rather nicely, but so would a 1-0 win. We were spoiled last year with some games against Manchester City. The first game of the season, we'll just brush that one aside and not talk about it. But other than that, they were cracking fucking games. How old is Pep, said Dirty Girl. I imagine he's about 44, 42, 44, something in that bracket, but again, complete guesswork. William said, looking forward to this game. Picture of tranquility is that Jurgen Klopp. What a man, said the Revenite. He is just the business. I don't know what else to say, mate. Between him and Virgil van Dijk in the same dressing room, you would think you would run through walls, wouldn't you? And you would be calm as fuck. I was reading an interview there actually with, I think, was it in the Mail or the Mirror? I can't remember what fucking newspaper it was in actually. I was reading an interview with Virgil van Dijk, and he is just so calm. He is just so calm, so chilled, so level-headed. It's just great to hear. And it's great to have him at the club. It's great to hear his thoughts actually. It was a decent interview. I'm not really one for reading player interviews a lot of the time because they all repeat the same shit over and over again, but I thought this one wasn't bad, to be fair. It was worth a read. Connor said, or Ryan said, I've only been up an hour sleeping after the madness of last night. Buddy, we're not going to talk about UFC on this stream. If I jump on tonight, I'm happy to have a chat about UFC. We can talk about it all you want, but this is my last watch along before I'm off on holiday, so I'm going to enjoy it. I'm going to stick to talking about Liverpool. Ben said 4-3 to the Reds. Salah, Mane, Bobby and VVD all to score. Good man, Ben. You're winning me 2 bets there, mate, so happy days. Mark said, I'm feeling so nervous with Lovren at centre back. He has mistakes in him. Don't be worried, man. He's beside Big Verge. It's all going to be grand. Don't you worry about it. Everything will be tickety-boo. Nathaniel Klein is a January transfer target for Leicester, said the Mirror. I'd personally like to keep Klein because we need him at the back as cover for Trent Alexander-Arnold when he gets injured. Unless we brought somebody in, or unless we were willing to give one of the kids promotion, to actually give them some game time, Louis, I wouldn't mind having Kleiny around either. Let's be honest, he's quality. I just have a feeling, and I don't know, I've always had a feeling there's something going on there that we don't know about. I'm not going to put any accusation. Can't quite work out what it is, and I know all the rumours, and I don't pay attention to them. I try and work things out for myself, but something just isn't sitting right with me around Nathaniel Klein and Liverpool at the minute, and I don't know what it is. Has anybody else noticed how fucking tall Klopp is? Said Ferno. It hasn't passed me by, mate. I have noticed he's quite a big man. Everybody has mistakes in them all the time, and everyone wears the news. There are mistakes in everybody, Rod, you're right. And Dejan Lovren has been immense since that fuck up at Spurs last year. Dejan Lovren was in great form, so I have no problem with Lovren coming in. VVD and Kloppo could go into a sauna and come out looking as cool as ice. They could. Fucking no bother. The water would just run off them too. It wouldn't even penetrate the skin. It would just run off them. Is there team news yet? Asked William. Absolutely, mate. Apologies, we've gone through it a couple of times already, but I'll go through it again. Starting with the Manchester City team for everybody today. Ederson in goal. Kyle Walker, Stones, Laporte and Mendy is the back four for Manchester City. So Mendy did make it. He is playing, which is why a lot of us think Joe Gomez is playing it right back today for Liverpool. But we'll get on to that in a moment. Midfield today for Manchester City. Fernandinho, David Silva and Bernardo Silva. And then the front three is Riyad Mahrez, Raheem the Snake Sterling and Sergio Aguero. On the bench for Manchester City we have Danilo, Kompany, Sané, Otamendi, Jesus and Ben Foden. And then the Liverpool team for today's game, a couple of changes, both defensively. Got Virgil van Dijk playing alongside Dejan Lovren as the centre-back pairing for today, and the reason for that is because Joe Gomez has been moved out to right back in place of Trent Alexander-Arnold, who drops to the bench for today's game. Left back Andy Robertson. The midfield trio for today is Jordan Henderson, James Milner and Gini Wijnaldum. So lots of work right there. A couple of people worried about the creativity and the guile that midfield might create, but look, we'll see what happens. And the front three then, of course, is Mohamed Salah, Bobby Firmino and Sadio Mane. So no surprises there. The only real surprises in today, I suppose, is the back line. And I suppose some could say midfield. Naby Keita has made the bench, for those asking. If anybody wants to see the team news actually and they're looking at the screen, just look at the bottom of our image there on your screen. You can see the team going across the bottom. It's a safe team selection, I think, from Jurgen Klopp today. I think that's fair to say. For those of you who are wondering about Trent Alexander-Arnold not playing, we've talked about it. A few of us have given our thoughts on it. My one is that the pace, the power of Benjamin Mendy coming down the left-hand side, plus the fact that if they're going to try and play long diagonals or crossfield balls into Benjamin Mendy in the air and win the second balls, he'd have a much tougher job jumping against Joe Gomez, and a much tougher job in an aerial and physical duel against Joe Gomez than he would have against Trent Alexander-Arnold. And sometimes second balls are the ones that we're soft with, so I think we've got to be careful. I think it's a good move by Jurgen Klopp. I back any of our players to play in that back line because we've got a good group, a good selection of players there. The manager has obviously looked through videos, looked at how Manchester City play, put this together in his mind, and we have to give him the benefit of the doubt because we back Klopp 100%. Agreed, I feel like something might be going on. Reason because he doesn't get picked with regards to Kleiny, said Louis. Your boy Harrison said, in December and January, Leeds are trying to sign Jimmy Milner. Ray Heffernan said, I've been wearing my new grey jersey for every game until Wednesday night when I didn't watch it at home. I'm not saying that performance was my fault. I am. I'm definitely saying it now, Ray. You are definitely my scapegoat. We know some of the Reds love a scapegoat buddy, so Ray Heffernan, it's all down to you, mate, that the Reds lost at Napoli. I hope you can take that weight on your shoulders as the season goes on. But thanks for owning up, Ray. Very big man. Takes a big man to admit when he's fucked up. Ferno said Van Dijk will be world-class manager in the future. Imran said Liverpool are going to win today. Of course, guys. Time is ticking along. We are 6 minutes away from kickoff. 6 minutes. Still time to get your predictions in. Still time to give me your thoughts on the team news. Lots and lots of stuff for us to go through. But very little time. Time has flown by. Usually we're struggling to get through content on these build-ups to the games. But there's a lot to talk about for this one. Guys, another shout out. If you're watching, don't forget to hit subscribe. And don't forget to drop a like on the stream. All our content on here is 100% free. Always will be. For you regulars, don't forget this will be my last watch along until October 24th when I'll be back for the Red Star Belgrade game. Heading off on holidays with the family, so won't be around for a couple of weeks. But don't forget to hit that subscribe button, guys. We are trying to grow this channel. We're becoming one of the biggest Liverpool fan forums on here. I'm not saying we've the most subscribers. I'm talking about who we have and the type of chat that we have. We have a very loyal group of subscribers who come each and every night to enjoy the stream. So do hit that subscribe button. I think you're going to like this channel. I think you're going to like the people that are in it. It's a nice, safe, friendly environment. So everybody of any age is welcome. Anybody from any club is welcome. All we ask is that you're respectful to those in the chat. And understand that there will be colourful language used. I curse a lot. I'm not going to lie. So if you've got kids there with you now, or if you're tuning in perhaps and you're younger and you don't want to listen to language, just a warning that I'm going to be losing my mind during this stream. So you're going to hear lots and lots and lots of colourful language. So got that out of the way. Now we can move back to today's game. The camera pans to Anfield. The cop is in full voice. Flags waving. Everybody's ready. Photographers are getting ready to welcome out the teams. Nervous fans inside the stadium. Deep breaths, guys. It's the big one. It's the big game of the season so far. It mightn't be our biggest derby with regards to who we're playing against. It mightn't be Manchester United. It mightn't be Chelsea, mightn't be, Everton. But it's a big game. It's a top of the table clash. It's where we want to be. Liverpool want to be there fighting for the Premier League title, and these are the games we want to be involved in. So teams getting ready in the tunnel there now. Take your deep breaths, relax. Still time to get your score predictions in, guys. I'm going to be taking you through the game with my alternative commentary. I'll do my best to keep you guys informed. If you haven't got a stream of the game, I'll try my best to keep you up to date. If you have got a stream of the game, just kick back, relax, enjoy, and let's see what happens here. Fingers crossed the Reds can get the 3 points. Again, the team's still in the tunnel. Referee and the officials just coming out now, getting ready. The guy's about to walk into the cauldron that will be Anfield. I cannot wait, guys. I'm sorry, I'm just building it up in my own head here. I cannot wait for this game to kick off. Ray said, let's be right. If we're serious about this league, we should be winning this one. CGDS Play said, I'm worried. Where did you go off on holidays, mate? Orlando, buddy. Mark, heading off to Orlando for a couple of weeks. Prediction 3-2 to Liverpool. I see our friend from Juventus is back. Brilliant, mate. Thank you for joining us. Great to have you with us. He's predicting 3-2 to Liverpool. Congratulations, by the way, mate, on your 3-0 victory yesterday. It was 2 or 3-0, I can't remember, but congratulations on your victory anyway. LFC to win with more than 3 goals, said Imran Khan. So, team news now coming up on screen. Liverpool, obviously, Alisson Becker in goal. This is one last recap, by the way, for anybody who hasn't seen the team news yet. So, Alisson Becker in goal. Back four of Joe Gomez at right back, Dejan Lovren, Virgil van Dijk and Andy Robertson. So, Gomez coming in to replace Trent. And, of course, Lovren then pushing in to replace Joe Gomez. Midfield trio for today for Liverpool. James Milner, Jordan Henderson and Gini Wijnaldum. So, there's going to be some work rate in that midfield, be sure of that. And then up front, Mohamed Salah, Roberto Firmino and Sadio motherfucking Mane. Come on, you Reds. On the bench today, Mignolet, Matip, Fabinho, Keita, Shaqiri, Trent Alexander-Arnold. Oh God, it's building, guys. It's building. Ederson in goal for Manchester City today. Brazil's second best goalkeeper. Back four for Manchester City of Kyle Walker, John Stones, Laporte and Benjamin Mendy. So Mendy there is could be a real danger down the left hand side. Midfield, they've got Bernardo Silva, David Silva and Fernandinho. And then up front, the three for Manchester City today, Raheem Sterling, Sergio Aguero and Riyad Mahrez. It's building, guys. We're getting closer and closer and closer. For those of you asking, no place on Manchester City's bench for Kevin De Bruyne today. He's not fit enough to make the squad. Raheem Sterling, of course the camera's going to pan to the little snake while he slithers across the field in preparation for today's game. Still time to get score predictions in, guys. Let me know. I'm going 3-1 to the Reds or 4-2. I know it varies there, but I think we're going to win by 2. I hope we're going to win by 2. Mo Salah and Alisson there just giving each other a fist bump before the game. They've just broken now to go to another bullshit ad before the game kicks off. But we are close, guys. We are nearly there. Moments away from this game kicking off. Still time to hit that subscribe button, guys. Drop the stream a like. Sit back and enjoy as we get ready to start the match. Oh, here we go. I have to have a drink before we start, guys. I am buzzing for this one. I'll do my best to keep you guys informed as the game goes on. If you've joined us before, you'll know I do a bit of alternative commentary. The cop in full voice there. Scarves are waving. Flags are flying. Oh, come on, you fucking red men. Come on, you red men. Deep breaths, guys. Deep breaths. Beautiful. Seeing images of Shankly on the cop. Liver birds waving. Oh, McVeigh Foundation, of course, as well. Lots and lots of beautiful banners. Come on, you red men. Right, we're close. Moments away now, guys, from the game starting. Still time to whack in your score predictions. I'm on the brandy, said William. Already, mate, for fuck's sake. Lovely shirt, Craig. Thank you. It's the home shirt. It's a beautiful shirt this year. I know you're wearing yours as well, Rod. Right, come on, you red man. Yeah, enough of this. Let's get to the game. Right, so Manchester City have had the sense, or well, maybe Liverpool won, but Liverpool will be attacking the any road end in the first half, so we'll be playing into the cop in the second half, which is always what you want to hear. Right, Manchester City about to kick off. Manchester City, of course, attacking the cop in the first half. And we're off, guys. The game is underway. City immediately in possession. Ball goes back to Stones. All the way back to Ederson. Fullback split immediately. Ederson looking to play out from the back. No shock there. That's what Manchester City are going to do. No. Craig says that they launch a long ball. Wijnaldum takes it on his chest in midfield. Ball breaks. Manchester City win it back. Sterling in possession inside his own half. Gives it to Benjamin Mendy. Mendy plays the ball inside. Jimmy Milner comes in, but it's won by Sterling. Joe Gomez comes across, wins the ball, gives it to Lovren. Mo Salah now down the right hand side. Salah tries to beat 2 Manchester City players. Ball kept in play. Henderson recycles it. Ball now back with Dejan Lovren. He gives it to Virgil van Dijk. Liverpool just up to the halfway line. Van Dijk turns right. Gives it back to Henderson. Henderson tries a long diagonal ball to Mo Salah. Won in the air by Mendy. James Milner wins the second ball. Right hand side of the penalty area. He has a look up. Whips in an early cross. Takes a deflection. Drops to Mo Salah inside the box. Tries to pull it back to Gini. Cleared by Manchester City. Aguero now in possession. He plays the ball right. Kyle Walker tearing up the right hand side. Plays it inside, offside. Aguero threw on, or Mahrez threw on goal, but the assistant referee raised the flag correctly for offside. Quick start to the game from both teams there, guys. Oh, they're off already. This is going to be a breathless game. Kick back, relax, enjoy, guys. I'll do my best to try and get you through it. Liverpool have taken the goal kick, or the free kick quickly. Ball with Virgil van Dijk in centre. He gives it to Henderson. Henderson spreads it back across right to Dejan Lovren. Ball back with Virgil van Dijk. He plays a long diagonal ball left towards Sadio Mane. Won in the air by Kyle Walker and then headed back to the goalkeeper by John Stones. No problem there for Manchester City. Ederson picks up the ball. 2 minutes gone here. Liverpool 0, Manchester City 0. Ederson plays it short towards Laporte. Laporte in his own box with possession. Gives it to John Stones. He's closed down quickly. Forced back to the keeper. Ederson plays it out to Kyle Walker. Walker, he manages to play to Silva. Dispossessed by Andy Robertson. Mane now in possession. Plays it left to James Milner. Left hand side of the penalty area. Milner plays it inside to Sadio Mane. Sadio drops the shoulder. Turns left, turns right. Dispossessed, but it comes back to Andy Robertson. He plays the ball into feet to Sadio Mane. Again, Silva manages to take back possession. Ball now back with Virgil van Dijk. Although there's an offside there that the referee hadn't seen. Free kick to Manchester City. Looks like it's going to be an attacking game as we expected, guys. This isn't going to be a drawn out tactical affair like other games we've seen in the Premier League. This is two teams going to go at it toe to toe. Free kick taken quickly by Manchester City. Fernandinho plays it out left to Benjamin Mendy. Mendy has a look up. Still in possession. Still has a look up. Plays the ball into Gini Wijnaldum. Dispossessed. Mo Salah now in possession. Referees allowing play on because a Liverpool player was taken down. Wonder if there'll be a card there when we go back to that. Let's wait and see. Salah in the box. Mo Salah. Salah. Oh, has a shot just wide. Unlucky. Salah worked that opportunity well there. Had a strike just wide of the post. It was a tough opportunity, to be fair. Henderson immediately in the referee's ear, wondering where was the foul. Look at that. Bobby Firmino completely taken out of it by Mendy. You've got to be asking yourself, should that have been a yellow card? I'd say yes, but it is early in the game. But to me, that doesn't fucking matter. If it's a yellow, it's a yellow. But we are where we are. Let's move on. Liverpool, of course, today wearing the Seeing is Believing shirts. Brilliant to see them doing that again. Always lovely to see the Reds supporting charities in the community as well. Virgil van Dijk in possession here for Liverpool. He plays it left to Jimmy Milner. Milner looks for that long ball over the top towards Firmino. Ederson comes out, clears it, throw into Liverpool. Left hand side, halfway between the 18-yard box and the corner flag. Mane comes out to take the throw. He throws it quickly. Andy Robertson. Robbo cuts inside. Gives it to Hendo. Hendo plays it across to Joe Gomez. Gomez to Mo Salah. Salah played a misplaced pass to Gini Wijnaldum, but the ball's back with Ederson. Clears his lines. Not very far. One in the air by Silva. Milner then wins the second ball. Ball still in play. Salah couldn't go for it because he was offside. Now back with Ederson. Ederson gives it to John Stones. He's closed down quickly. City have managed to play their way out, but they play it right back to John Stones inside his own box. Back to Ederson. City intent, of course, on passing their way out of defence here, and this will give Liverpool opportunities if they can close and press. Laporte in possession, edge of his own box. He's forced back to the goalkeeper yet again. Ederson in possession. Sprays a ball out to Walker. Walker has a look up. Turns inside. Tells players to move forward. Plays the ball back. John Stones now in possession. Just inside his own half. Plays it back to Laporte. Laporte into Fernandinho. Henderson turns over possession. Salah has a run. Plays the ball into Mane. Mane miscontrols again. Not good enough. Come on, Reds. Ball back with Jimmy Milner. Milner plays it back left to Robertson. We can't be having the same sloppiness from the front three we've seen previously. They've got to get their act together today. Mane in possession. Henderson. Henderson tries a long diagonal ball to Robertson. Robbo manages to keep it in play. Very well done. He gives it back to Gini. Gini has a look up. Gives it to Robbo. Robbo. Gini. Gini to Sadio. Sadio back to Gini. To Robbo. Robbo plays Mane in down the line. Mane has a run at the Manchester City defence. Inside the box now. Pulls it across. Oh, cleared. The ball was just about to fall into Mo Salah, but it was cleared by Fernandinho. Excellent defender for Manchester City. Liverpool have won it back again though. Come on you Reds. Henderson gives it to Milner. Milner tries a ball over the top, too much on it, goes out, goal kick to Manchester City. That's better from the Reds. Come on Reds. Just looking at the replays here, Liverpool worked an opportunity well down the left hand side. Sadio Mane turned Bernardo Silva, tries to cross the ball to the back post. It was actually Mendy that cleared the lines. Excuse me, I said Fernandinho, it was Mendy. Salah would have been on the end of that, would have had a tap in. Goal kick taken by Manchester City, of course, with Walker. Back to Ederson. Ederson gives it to Laporte. Laporte takes a couple of strides forward, passes it centrally to David Silva. Silva plays it back to Stones. Stones to John Stones, or Stones to Walker, excuse me. He turns left, turns right, gives it to Laporte. Laporte plays into Fernandinho. Manchester City have worked it to the halfway line. Mendy plays it into feet to Sterling. He's dispossessed by Lovren. Gini Wijnaldum now carries the ball out for Liverpool. He gives it to Gomez. Gomez sprays a nice pass across the verge of Van Dijk. Van Dijk gives it to Robbo. Good intensity here from the Reds. Good start to the game. Robbo played the ball into Milner. Back to Robbo. He gives it to Virgil van Dijk. Van Dijk has a look up. Goes left, turns back right. Spreads the ball across to Joe Gomez. Gomez gives it infield to Jordan Henderson. Henderson plays a quick ball up to Gini Wijnaldum. Wijnaldum knocks it into Gomez. Back to Wijnaldum. He turns, well done Gini. Manages to keep possession. Changes direction to the left side of the field. Virgil van Dijk now. He gives it to James Milner. Reds just inside the Manchester City half. Ball goes back to Dejan Lovren. Jordan Henderson plays it wide right. Ball again back with Jordan Henderson. He plays it across the field to the left to Virgil van Dijk. Van Dijk spreads a ball left to... What a ball to Andy Robertson. Robbo gets it over Kyle Walker. Gets into the Manchester City penalty area. Cross blocked. Corner Liverpool. No! Corner Liverpool, sorry. I thought the referee had given a goal kick, but it seems he's changed his mind, giving a corner to Liverpool. I think. Pretty sure this was a corner. It looked a corner to me anyway. So Robbo does well, gets into the box, has his cross blocked, and then Stones blocks the cross again. It is a corner. Corner to Liverpool. Come on, you Reds! Jimmy Milner about to take the corner, directing people where to go. Come on, Liverpool. Lovren, Van Dijk, standing just around the penalty spot. They make their move. Corner comes in from James Milner. Poor corner. Ederson comes and claims it easily. Liverpool have had a habit of putting balls right in on top of goalkeepers from corner kicks recently. It's something we've seen them do more and more of. That was an overhit corner from James Milner. Went too high, too far, easy for the keeper. Anyway, throw into Liverpool, right hand side of the field. Klopp not happy with something on the sidelines. 9.5 minutes gone here, guys. Liverpool 0, Manchester City 0. It's fair to say the Reds have had the better of it, but the score's still 0-0, so having the better of it doesn't mean much while the score still remains 0-0. Robbo in possession. He plays it to Dejan Lovren. Lovren plays it out right to Joe Gomez. Gomez, he's forced back on himself. Gives it back to Dejan. Dejan gives it to Virgil van Dijk. He gives it back to Dejan. Again back to Virgil. Virgil knocks the ball ahead of him. Plays it left to James Milner. Milner switches the play. Gives it back to Dejan Lovren. Lovren takes a couple of steps forward. Plays it wide right. Joe Gomez just inside the Manchester City half now. Ball with Gini Wijnaldum. Ball back all the way with Virgil van Dijk now. The Reds look to set something up here. Henderson telling Van Dijk where he wants it, but didn't move. Van Dijk gives the ball to Lovren. Lovren back to Van Dijk. Henderson's just running across the lines here, pointing. Yeah, anyway, Liverpool have played the ball forward. Gives it into Jimmy Milner, right hand side. Milner plays the ball down the wing to Gomez. Another corner to Liverpool, I think, or is it a goal kick? I think it's a corner. Hard to see where the referee pointed there because the camera wasn't in a good spot. Looked like a corner, it is a corner. Right, we need better than the last one. Better delivery. Come on, you Reds. We need better delivery from the last corner. Jimmy Milner taking this one as well. Van Dijk, Lovren marching into the penalty area now. Van Dijk shouting something to the other Liverpool players. Cross about to come in. Milner, in swing across, out swing across. Lovren wins it in the air. Just falls to the goalkeeper. Better from Liverpool. Better corner than the last one. Lovren did win it in the air. You wouldn't call it a shot. It was It was a contested header that just broke to the goalkeeper. But good to see Liverpool actually getting their head on a corner. City take the goal kick quickly, tries to play it out. They've managed to do it to get to the halfway line. They force back on themselves. Walker now in possession on the right hand side. He gives it to Bernardo Silva. He gives it back to Laporte. Laporte looks ahead of him. Doesn't see any options. Gives it back to John Stones. Stones, he has a look up. He plays it right to Kyle Walker. Walker again. Not many options in front of him. Gives it to Mahrez. Gives it back to Walker. Walker points where he wants Fernandinho to go, but gives it to John Stones. Stones plays it left to Benjamin Mendy. Mendy plays a ball infield to Aguero, who overhits a pass, and it goes out harmlessly for a throw into Liverpool on the right hand side. Much better this. Much better from the Reds. The intensity's there. If the forwards can just click, be a bit lethal today, it's there. Come on, you Reds. Joe Gomez about to take the throw in for Liverpool on the right hand side of the field. He takes it, gives it to Jimmy Milner. He's dispossessed, throw into Liverpool. About 10 yards from the halfway line, right hand side of the field. Throw in taken, James Milner's in possession. He's forced back, gives it to Dejan Lovren. Lovren plays it all the way back to the keeper. Alisson plays it left to Verge, takes it back off him. Gives it to Lovren. Lovren beats the press. Gives it to Gomez. He's got a few yards to run into now. Gives the ball away. Manchester City turn over possession. Fernandinho running at the Liverpool defence. He plays it left to Sterling. Sterling beats one. Beats two. Edge of the box. Gets a cross in. Deflected. Corner to Manchester City. That all came from sloppy play from Liverpool. This is what we cannot afford to do. We spoke about us turning over possession when Manchester City have it. Well, we cannot give away easy possession like that. That allowed Manchester City to counter-attack. Not good enough. Let's hope we defend this corner. Come on, you Reds. Right, corner comes in. Cleared by Robertson. Only comes out as far as Walker. He plays it back to Fernandinho. Ball goes all the way back. Lovren clears his lines. Again, a bit of head tennis going on. Now Liverpool have a chance to get in. Right hand side. Milner plays an early ball towards Mo Salah. It's cut out by the Manchester City defence. Milner recycles possession. Tries an early cross. Manchester City clear their lines. They come out with Bernardo Silva. He glides into the Liverpool half. Henderson just jockeying him for some reason. Fucking ridiculous. Mane tracked back, felled him. I think it was Mane anyway. It was Mane, tracked back and pulled him down. Why didn't Henderson put in a challenge there? Just jockeying him isn't worth a fuck, Hendo. Put your foot in, dispossess him. Allowing him possession is ridiculous, mate. So free kick taken quickly by Manchester City. Ball's now out on the right hand side with Riyad Mahrez. Mahrez back to Silva. Silva plays it all the way back to Kyle Walker. 15 minutes gone here almost. Liverpool 0, Manchester City 0. Thank you for joining us today on the Anfield Agenda YouTube channel. We hope you're enjoying the game. Mendy in possession on the left hand side. He tries to thread a ball through. Too much on it. Ball goes all the way to Alisson. It's a good game, guys, so far. I've been impressed with what I've seen from Liverpool. We just need to be a bit clinical up front. Few little bits and pieces. We can't make errors like we did, which allowed City in a minute ago. Other than that, I've been quite happy with what I've seen. Manchester City now in, left hand side, ball spread wide right. Robbo gets up and clears it. Second ball to Gini. Lovely 1-2 with Henderson. Gini now in possession, turns back on himself. Gives it to Bobby Firmino. Firmino about 10 yards inside the City half. He gives it out right to Mo. Gomez goes on the overlap. Mo gives it to Bobby. Bobby gives it out to Joe Gomez. Manchester City have their line held well. Liverpool are forced backwards. Henderson in possession now. He plays it left to Andy Robertson. Not many options for Robertson. Forced to give it back to Gini. Gini to Virgil van Dijk. Van Dijk to Dejan Lovren. Lovren to Jimmy Milner. To Hendo. Hendo tries a ball over the top towards Mo. I don't know. It's a good weight on the pass from Jordan Henderson. maybe I'm being harsh on Mo. Could he have tried to get a toe to that to pull it down? I don't know, but it was a good thinking. Just a little bit overhit. Manchester City now in possession. Ball with John Stones on the halfway line for Manchester City. He gives it to Kyle Walker. Back to John Stones. Spreads it left to Benjamin Mendy. Back with Laporte. Manchester City not really going anywhere. Mendy. Aguero's dropped deep. Ball still with John Stones inside his own half. Gives it to Kyle Walker. Manchester City seem to be happy to just pass the ball around here, trying to play their way out. Not much pressing by Liverpool, but not much progress for Manchester City either. Then they try spread a ball to the right. Van Dijk comes across, clears his lines. David Silva dispossessed. Andy Robertson tries to break down the left, but only runs it out of play. Throw into Manchester City, about 5 yards inside the Liverpool half. Pep shouts instructions to his players. Klopp does the same. Throw in taken. Balls with Mahrez. Mahrez gives it all the way back to John Stones. Stones now spreads it left to Benjamin Mendy. Mendy gives it into Sterling. Sterling comes inside. Two players tracking him. He's forced back to Laporte inside his own half. Laporte tries a long diagonal ball that finds Riyad Mahrez. Kyle Walker immediately goes on the overlap. Ball crossed into the box. Cleared by Virgil van Dijk. Good defence again there from Liverpool. Patient play by Manchester City trying to create that opportunity. 18 minutes gone. The Reds need to defend another corner here. Sterling to take this one. He takes it quickly and short to Riyad Mahrez. Mane comes across, intercepts, throw into Manchester City right beside the corner flag. Mahrez takes it quickly, gives it to Sterling. Gets it back to David Silva, or to Bernardo Silva, excuse me. Silva plays it all the way back to John Stones. Stones gives it to Laporte. 5 yards inside the Liverpool half. Gives it left to Benjamin Mendy. Mendy to Fernandinho. Back to Mendy. Back to John Stones on the halfway line. Gives it to Laporte. He gives it back to John Stones. City just not getting around here, guys. Nothing really to talk to you guys about. They're just passing it around, trying to create space. Ball here with Fernandinho. Henderson tries to close down. Manchester City work it well down the left hand side. Mendy tries to get a cross in. Van Dijk clears. Bernardo Silva. He turns, runs at Liverpool. Gives it to David Silva. 1-2 with Aguero. Van Dijk gets across, nips that away. Ball breaks to Mendy. Left hand side of the box. Mendy puts a cross into the far post. Looks like Mahrez is going to keep it in. He does. Gives the ball to Bernardo Silva. Back to Riyad Mahrez. Mahrez inside to Silva. He launches a ball left to Raheem Sterling. Sterling launches a ball towards the back post. Good clearance. Diving header by Dejan Lovren. City scream for a penalty there. Referee's given a corner. What the fuck was Joe Gomez doing? That looked like a penalty, I have to say. Joe Gomez, whilst trying to clear the ball, gave it straight back to Sergio Aguero, who looked like he was fouled by Dejan Lovren. Referee's given a corner. Do you know what? That could have very easily been a penalty to Manchester City. Corner cleared by Liverpool. Mo Salah clears his lines, but City recycle possession. It's on the left. David Silva. He plays the ball to the back post. Van Dijk clears his lines, but only as far as Sergio Aguero. Aguero crosses it in. Henderson clears with a header. Now Liverpool finally get back possession with Sadio Mane. He plays the ball up the line to Mo. Mo back into Sadio Mane, but he's brought down. Free kick to Liverpool. Referee goes to his pocket. First yellow card of the game to Bernardo Silva. I'd be interested to see a few more replays of that challenge from Lovren on Aguero. I have to say, if I was a Manchester City fan, I'd have been screaming for a penalty there. If I was a Liverpool fan, it was up the other end, I'd be screaming for a penalty. What do you guys think? Let me know in the chat. Was it a penalty? Let me know. Who's had the better start, Ian? I'd say Liverpool have had, but Manchester City have come back into it in the past few minutes. Ball back with Alisson. He plays it right to Lovren. Lovren gives it back to Alisson. The two incidents where Manchester City have nearly had a penalty and gotten in have been from Joe Gomez errors. Not great. Although he is playing at right back today and not centre back, not the position he's been used to playing, but still, two sloppy pieces of judgment on his behalf. Liverpool in possession with Dejan Lovren. Lovren tries a long ball up to Bobby Firmino. It's won in the air by Laporte, but it only breaks as far as Mo Salah, who gives it to Hendo. Hendo spreads it left to Andy Robertson. Robbo has a look up. Gives it to Milner. Milner left hand side of the field. He gives it into Hendo. Back to Milner. Still on the left hand side. Gives it to Sadio, who's dropped a little bit deeper. He's forced back to Jordan Henderson. Hendo switches the play to the right hand side to Lovren. Needs to be a bit quicker, guys. Come on. Henderson gives it left to Jimmy Milner. Bobby Firmino pointed where he wanted. Pass over hit by James Milner. Goes out. Goal kick to Manchester City. I'm not sure exactly the tactic here, guys, but a lot of fucking long diagonal balls from Liverpool, hoping to win second balls. It hasn't yielded anything as of yet for us, but it seems to be the tactic. I'm just looking at this incident again. Oh, come on. That looks like a penalty, I have to be honest. John Stones now in possession. Gives it back to Ederson. 23 minutes gone here. Ederson spreads the ball right to Walker. He manages to keep it in play. Robertson has turned over possession for Liverpool. Ball back with Virgil van Dijk. Van Dijk gives it to Lovren. Back to Van Dijk. Henderson tries a ball over the top to Bobby Firmino. Ball back with Ederson. Ederson still with the ball at his feet. He plays the ball out left to Benjamin Mendy. Nice pass by Ederson there, to be fair. Sterling now in possession, just on the halfway line. He gives it to Fernandinho. Fernandinho to David Silva. David Silva to Bernardo Silva. He gives it wide right to Riyad Mahrez. Mahrez cuts inside. Gives it to Bernardo Silva. Right hand side of the Liverpool penalty area. He cuts back on himself. Gives it back to Riyad Mahrez. Mahrez forced a little bit back. Kyle Walker now. Gives it inside. Gives it back. Liverpool forcing Manchester City back towards the halfway line. Now Manchester City inside their own half with Laporte. He gives it left to Sterling. Sterling forced back. Patient play by Manchester City. He gives it to John Stones. Stones plays it to Walker. Walker gives it back inside to John Stones. Come on, you Reds. Come on. I'm not like too much fucking time here. Come on. I know we're not giving them space. I understand what we're doing, but I think we can up things a little bit here. Manchester City, Liverpool look like they're very happy to allow Manchester City possession inside their own half. Then as soon as they get into the Liverpool half, Liverpool look to press. Last 10 minutes possession to come up on screen, 63% to Manchester City, 37% to Liverpool. Ball left hand side. Mane nips in and wins it back. Well done, Sadio. Ball goes out, throw in right hand side to Liverpool. Come on, Reds, we need to fucking up it. We started really well. The intensity seems to have dropped a little bit. Come on. Kloppo's observing, gives a little shake or a little nod of the head. Bobby Firmino, he plays it back. Joe Gomez now gives it to Dejan Lovren. Lovren gives it back to Becker. Alisson has a look up. Spreads a long diagonal ball towards James Milner. Won in the air by Kyle Walker, but it goes out for a throw into Liverpool left hand side. Throw in taken by Robertson. Hendo gives the ball away to Kyle Walker. Walker gives it back to John Stones. Sloppy again from Liverpool in possession. Milner turned into three players there, in fairness. He probably should have laid it back. But again, we're just not doing anything in possession. Manchester City gives it to Walker now on the right hand side. He plays it inside to David Silva. Bernardo Silva dropping deep. He switches play left to Raheem Sterling. Gomez wins the ball off Sterling. Well done. Good strength by Joe Gomez there. Henderson into Sadio Mane. Mane back to Milner. Milner tries a left pass out to the left, but gives it straight to Riyad Mahrez. Sloppy again. You can see what he was trying to do. Execution was poor. Ball back at Manchester City again. Laporte passing it round to John Stones. Stones plays it right to Riyad Mahrez. Mahrez cuts inside, tries to thread the ball through. Deflection comes to Alisson. James Milner gone down. Alisson going to put the ball out? No, referee tells him to hold on. Something up with James Milner. Let's wait and see what this is. Liverpool medical staff run on up to James Milner. Something with his right leg anyway, guys. Don't know if he's pulled a hamstring. Can't really see from the angle the medical team are at which exact part of his leg it is. It's not been a great last 10 minutes from the Reds, guys. I'm going to read out a few comments here. Come on, Liverpool, score goals. Looks like neither side want to concede. Very conservative possession and no real danger, bar occasional sloppiness from both teams, said Jordan. Jordan, that's an excellent post, mate. Well in. Very, very good summary of the game so far, mate. Ben said, we're Liverpool, this means more. Troy said, Pep likes to keep possession of the ball, Liverpool deadly on the counter-attack. That's true, mate, but to counter-attack we need to turn over possession, and we haven't been doing that very well yet. Both managers now having a word, giving instructions to their players, letting them know exactly what they're doing wrong and what they're doing right and what they want them to be doing. Imran said, Kate is coming on. Camera angle for me, hasn't seen that just yet. 28 minutes gone here, guys. Liverpool 0, Manchester City 0. Very intriguing tactical game so far. Not many clear-cut chances created. Don't forget to drop a like on this stream, guys, and of course subscribe. If you're new to the channel, you're very welcome. Milner heading off there. Never great to see Jimmy Milner leaving the field. Naby Keita about to come on. Will this perhaps spark Liverpool into life? Come on, Naby. Well done, Jimmy. Always sad to see Jimmy going off. What a servant he's been to Liverpool Football Club. Hug from Jurgen Klopp as you'd expect. Could just be tiredness from James Milner. Could have forced his hamstring to go or anything. The guy's put a lot of miles in already this season. Anyway, change made. Naby Keita on, half an hour gone. Second game in a row, Liverpool have been forced into a midfield substitution before half time. Gomez gives it back to Alisson. Alisson spreads the ball left to Andy Robertson. Robertson controls it well. Looks for the long ball over the top towards Bobby Firmino. A little bit too much on it. And it breaks to Ederson. Ederson gives it to John Stones. Stones to Fernandinho. He moves into a couple of yards of space. Gives it back to Laporte. Laporte has a look up. Nothing on. Gives it back to John Stones. Stones trying to direct players where to go. Nobody showing for him. Gives it wide right to Kyle Walker. Again, ball back with Walker. To John Stones. He spreads it left to Mendy. Mendy gives it back to Laporte. Laporte plays it in. Manchester City works up to the halfway line now. Ball into the feet of David Silva. He plays it left to Raheem Sterling. Sterling running at Joe Gomez. Tries a pass down the line to Mendy. Too much on it. Goal kick to Liverpool. It's clear and obvious to see here. Liverpool are happy to get Liverpool take the goal kick quickly. Fucking ridiculously goes out for a throw in. Giving back possession to Manchester City. I don't know what Alisson was thinking there. He tried to take it quickly but ends up kicking it straight out for a throw into Manchester City on the left hand side of the field. We need to be keeping the ball, not giving it away more. As I was saying, it's clear to see what Liverpool are happy to do. They're happy to give Manchester City possession, but as soon as Manchester City get past that first line of Liverpool players, then they transition to attack very quickly and look to play one or two balls to get in behind. Liverpool have turned over possession here with Bobby Firmino. He's body checked. Free kick to Liverpool. 31 minutes gone. Liverpool 0, Manchester City 0. Jordan Henderson takes the free kick, gives it to Dejan Lovren. Looking at the attempts on goal here today, 1 attempt so far for Liverpool, none for Manchester City. None on target for either side. Half an hour gone and not a shot on target for either side. Not what we expected, if we're being honest, guys, but score still 0-0. Naby Keita in possession now. He gives it to Hendo. Hendo forced back to Virgil van Dijk, who gives it to Alisson Becker. He gives it out to Dejan Lovren. Lovren has a look up. Plays a long ball. Oh, unlucky Liverpool. Nice flick by Bobby Firmino into Mo Salah, but Manchester City player gets across and gets a foot in. Then Bobby Firmino was... It looks like he shouldered the player out to me, but referee says it was too much in. It gives the free kick to Manchester City. To me, that was shoulder to shoulder, but look, whatever. Free kick to Manchester City, taken quickly. John Stones on the ball. He gives it into Bernardo Silva. Referee, another free kick. Again, it looked like Bobby Firmino had come back and nipped back the ball, but referee said it was too harsh. Free kick to Manchester City. Free kick already taken. Liverpool have forced Manchester City back. Ball now back with Ederson. Again, inside their own box. Liverpool players trying to press and stop them playing their way out. They've worked it wide right to Walker. Walker plays it up the line to Bernardo Silva. Infield to David Silva. He launches a long diagonal ball towards Mahrez, cut out by Virgil van Dijk. Henderson, come on, ref. Ball played inside. Sadio Mane takes possession, cut down by Fernandinho. Free kick to Liverpool. I hate when referees do this. They fucking blow the whistle, take time out of the game, and insist on calling the player over just to tell him not to do it again. Like, it's fucking ridiculous. Like, you're not going to book him, just let the play go on. Book him the next time, whatever. I hate referees fucking wasting time of the game like this. To be fair, just looking at the replay here, when Mane was getting up, he did flick his feet towards the chest of Fernandinho. Bit petulant from Sadio Mane, to be fair. Referees, after taking a good 35-40 seconds out of the game here, just talking to the players. Not something I like to see. I want the game action. Come on, the Reds. It's not Michael Oliver, no. It's not Michael Oliver today. Liverpool take the free kick. Spread it wide right. Fucking hell, Joe! Ball played wide right. Beautiful ping pass over to Joe Gomez. Should have been a fairly straightforward cushioning, but miscontrols it and it goes out for a throw in. Gomez hasn't been great, guys. I have to be honest. Hasn't been great so far. He's given away possession on a couple of occasions. And again, there, a poor touch. Throw in taken by Manchester City. Henderson wins it in the air. Ball goes back. Another throw in. Benjamin Mendy about to take it left hand side. 35 minutes gone. Liverpool 0, Manchester City 0. Mendy takes the throw in. Lovren gives it straight back. Another throw in. Fuck's sake. Come on, Mendy. Take the fucking throw. Take the fucking throw. Finally, the throw-in is taken. Ball with Gini Wijnaldum. He has a look up, not much on. Plays it up the line towards Mo. Ball goes out for a throw-in. For fuck's sake! We just cannot keep possession. Every time we get the ball, we're giving it back away in 2 or 3 fucking seconds. City now, left-hand side of the field. Aguero, he gives away possession. Naby Keita now has a run, gives it into Mane. Mane's forced back. Gives it to Lovren. Lovren to Virgil van Dijk. Van Dijk gives it left to Naby Keita. Back to Henderson. He gives it to Keita. Keita cuts inside. Gives it to Bobby. Bobby gives the fucking ball straight to Sergio Aguero. Aguero has a run at the Liverpool defence. Lovren tracks and pushes him out wide left. Aguero plays it back down the line. City's turn to give the ball away. Naby Keita breaks out, but he plays it backwards to fucking Andy Robertson. This is frustrating as fuck. Alisson gives it to Van Dijk. Van Dijk to Keita. Keita back to Alisson. He clears his lines, but gives it straight back to Manchester City. Riyad Mahrez keeps it in, right hand side of the field. Ball goes out. Should have been a throw into Liverpool. Linesman blind as fuck. Gives it to Manchester City. Throw taken quickly. Ball back with John Stones. He spreads it left to Mendy. Again, Manchester City in possession inside their own half. Ball goes wide right to Trent. Sorry, I read Trent in the conversation, excuse me. Trent on the brain here. Manchester City work at left. Benjamin Mendy. Mendy inside to Raheem Sterling. Slithers left, slithers right. Gives it to Aguero. Ball left to Mendy. Mendy into feet to Sterling. Gives it back to David Silva. He plays it left to Mendy. Mendy fires a cross in. Comes to Raheem Sterling. Gives it to David Silva. Silva turns. Ball goes out. Corner kick to Manchester City. Good defending there from Virgil van Dijk. Corner to Manchester City. Left hand side. This is very frustrating here. It's like there's no bravery being shown. It's too safe. Corner taken. Cleared by Dejan Lovren. Second ball won by Fernandinho. Comes back. Surely that's offside. It is. Fuck, about time you put the flag up. This is, I don't know, this isn't good enough, guys. We're at home. We wanted 3 points, and for me, we're being far, far too respectful to Manchester City. And we're just not keeping any possession at all. And you can say we're a counter-attacking team, but the counter-attack, you need to win the ball back, and we're not doing that. All we're doing is giving it away every time we get it. Bobby now gives the ball away. For fuck's sake! Manchester City, Aguero, right-hand side. Well done, Andy Robertson. Van Dijk now clears it right. Salah has a run at Mendy. Laporte gets across. Oh God, we even can't take a throw in fucking quickly. We allow Manchester City to set. Everything is too slow. Genie is forced back from a piss poor pass. For fuck's sake! Well done, Genie though. Showed great strength there. Plays it out left to Robbo. Robbo forced back inside again to Genie. Genie. He gives it back to Van Dijk. Van Dijk to Robbo. Robbo launches the ball up to Mane. What the fuck is with these long balls? Our forwards aren't 6'6". Well done, Andy Robertson. Liverpool in possession, left hand side of the field. Manchester City win it back. Liverpool win the ball back and give it away again. Manchester City start to counter-attack. Sergio Aguero plays it wide right to Riyad Mahrez. Van Dijk shuffles across. Van Dijk and Henderson. Henderson manages to dispossess Mahrez. Ball with Naby Keita. Centre field. He has a look up. Oh my fucking hell! He plays a half a pass to Joe Gomez, who stands there looking at it instead of running towards it, and then Sterling comes in and dispossesses him. Manchester City now, left hand side of the field with the ball. Mendy, Fernandinho, Mendy. Sterling, ball goes out, throw into Liverpool. This is just not good enough. This is not fucking good enough. We're not holding up play, we're giving back possession, we're playing long hopeful balls to nobody, and we're giving the ball to Manchester City every fucking time we get it, for no reason whatsoever. Under no pressure, just passing the ball to them. It's ridiculous. Gini Wijnaldum has the ball, centre field, 40 minutes gone here. He plays it right to Gomez. Gomez looks for a long ball over the top to fucking Salah, who's gone too early and it's offside. Everything is not fucking working. Fuck! Klopp's losing his mind on the sidelines, and I don't blame him. I wouldn't mind. Manchester City aren't even playing particularly well. So we can't say that Manchester City, like, I mean, they're doing what they need to do, but they're the away side. A point for them isn't the end of the world here. I don't understand what the fuck our game plan is here. I really don't. Somebody can probably explain it to me at half time because I'm not seeing it. Whatever it is not working. Stones in possession for Manchester City. He plays it into Bernardo Silva. He plays it into Mahrez. You can at least see with Manchester City, they're trying to play through the first line and then trying to spring into attack once they beat that Liverpool press. But with us, I don't know what we're trying to do. Every time we get the ball, we're launching a long diagonal ball towards our forwards who are up against two centre-backs who are both about 5 inches taller than them. What are we doing? Hoping for second balls, maybe, perhaps. Can't do that all the time. Jordan Henderson now, he's in possession. Plays it into Sadio Mane, but he's fucking gives the ball away. Our forwards have been piss poor again. It's just not good enough, guys. Manchester City in possession, gives into Fernandinho. Fernandinho breaks into the Liverpool half, gives it left to Aguero. Aguero has Mendy on the overlap. Aguero cuts inside. Dispossessed by Liverpool, but it only breaks as far as that or Bernardo Silva. He turns back on himself. Gives it to Kyle Walker. Walker back to John Stones. Stones gives it into Bernardo Silva. Again, City just knocking it around into Bernardo Silva's feet. He has a step forward. Beats one, beats two. Brought down by Jordan Henderson. No arguments there. Definite foul. Referee's not going to book him as of yet. Henderson's probably on his last warning there for a petulant little foul. We need to change something. I mean, I don't give a fuck what the excuses are anymore about our front three. They're just not doing it. And it's not just one. We can't blame it on Mo Salah. Just none of them are clicking. But to be fair, the balls that we're trying to play into them are utterly ridiculous. Manchester City free kick here. It's probably 45, 50 yards out. So you'd imagine there's no strike coming towards goal here. Liverpool, Virgil van Dijk trying to organise a line about 5 yards ahead of the 18-yard box. You can see that City are trying to clip this one over the top. Just bear with me, guys, while he takes this free. He does exactly that. Launches a long diagonal. Ball goes out. Throw into Liverpool. 44 minutes gone. I bet you Jurgen Klopp can't wait for half time to get them into the dressing room because it's been poor. We started brightly. I thought we were quite aggressive at the start of the game. Actually, sorry, it's a Manchester City throw in. I thought it went out off a City player. Throw in taken quickly to Sterling. Cross into the box. Van Dijk clears with a header. Fernandinho wins the second ball. Again, Liverpool head clearance, but to nobody. We can't head a ball to a Liverpool player, by the way. It's something I spoke about in previous games. Other teams seem to be able to cushion the ball down into the path of their own players. We just seem to head a ball into an area and hope for the best. Liverpool have turned over possession here. Gini Wijnaldum. We move into injury time in the first half. Mane in possession. He gives it back inside to Gini. Gini forced back. Referee says there'll be 2 minutes of additional time. Robertson gives it all the way back to Van Dijk, which allows Manchester City to set themselves yet again. Dejan Lovren now carries the ball out of defence. He tries a ball into the channel to Mo. Mo manages to hold it up. Tries a flick to Bobby Firmino. Ederson comes out and claims. Again. Well, at least we're trying something in the box now. At least Mo managed to hold that one up and tried to play in Firmino. Yeah, there was a little bit too much on it from Mo, but at least he tried something. City take the goal kick, but immediately they're caught offside. 46 minutes gone, 1 minute of injury time left to go. Liverpool take the free kick. Balls with Dejan Lovren. He plays it to Virgil van Dijk. Van Dijk to Robbo. Robbo infield to Firmino. Firmino gives it to Dejan Lovren. Lovren gives it to Virgil van Dijk. Van Dijk tries a diagonal ball to the right to Joe Gomez. Again, Gomez can't control the football. Loses possession, then fouls Raheem Sterling. Not one of Joe Gomez's better games today, guys. Big fan of Joe Gomez. Maybe being at right back is tricking him out. I don't know, but he hasn't been great. His control, his touch, everything has let him down for me in the first half so far. But look, it's not his fault. It's not solely down to Joe Gomez that this has been a poor Liverpool first half. Manchester City in possession. Try a long diagonal ball. Van Dijk wins it in the air. Henderson clears the second ball. Referee puts the whistle to his mouth, and that's the end of the first half. Liverpool 0, Manchester City 0. Jurgen Klopp races down to the changing room, and I've no doubt he's got a lot to say to that Liverpool team. I will go into the chat now and see how everybody's feeling. I'd imagine a lot of you guys are frustrated. Let's see how everybody is. 0-0. At the end of the day, guys, the game is still 0-0. It's been a very tactical game, which we didn't expect. Both teams being very respectful of each other. Liverpool far too respectful as far as I'm concerned. No, we need more intensity. If we're going to try and do what we're doing, then we need to win the ball back higher up the field, or we need better distribution from the centre-backs into the areas they're trying to play these long balls over the top. It's been a very, very frustrating first half. I thought we started well. The first 10 or 15 minutes, I thought we were doing okay. City then began to work their way back into it. You can't say any team's on top because as of yet there hasn't been a shot on target. So I'm not saying we've been under the gun here, but I don't think we've created anything. And I don't care what Manchester City create. We're the home team. We need to up our game a little bit. It's just not being good enough. I'm sorry, it's just not being good enough. Gomez is having a shocker, said Jack Tierney. Sort this out, said Ryan. Our Juventus friend said piss poor first half. Going into the second half, it's anybody's game. And that is true. It is still anyone's game. Enough is enough, Craig. Our front three have been poor. Time for changes. You would imagine that this would be set up to bring in Sheridan Shaqiri. His work rate, his run out of the channels, being able to drag players across, open up space. Maybe as this game goes on, as players get tired, perhaps we'll see it open up a bit more. Why did I scare you, Rod? I don't know why I scared you, buddy. Gomez is not a fullback, said Imran. One word, said Stephen Richards. Sturridge. Second half, we need to be on it, said Red Tick Gaming. Maybe a tactic to bring on Trent on 60. I don't know, man, but Joe Gomez has twice created opportunities there. One that could have been a penalty to Manchester City. I don't know what he was attempting to do with that clearance that went back to Aguero. And for the first attack City had in the game, he gave away a sloppy pass that allowed them to attack on the left-hand side as well. Add to that the fact that his control when balls have been played out to him on the right-hand side has been piss poor. It forced him into fouling Sterling there just before half-time. Another one he missed control that went out for a throw-in. And I understand that long diagonal balls coming out of the air can be tricky to pull down, but it should be bread and butter for players at this level. Red said, don't get me mad, guys. We're drawing 0-0 and playing better than City. Mate, if you think we're playing better than City, give up. Honest to God, I don't know what game you're watching if you think that we're playing better than Manchester City. Sorry, disagree wholeheartedly. Just feel like the press isn't as intense, tactical or fatigue, said Hem. Henderson off, Wijnaldum on as the central defensive mid and bring Shaqiri on, said Louis. I don't understand again immediately why everybody always wants to point a finger at Jordan Henderson. I'm baffled by that. Whenever Liverpool don't play well, everybody jumps on Jordan Henderson's back. If we're starting to take people off because they're doing shit, well, let's be honest, pick any one of the front three or Joe Gomez if we're going for people that are playing badly. Don't understand this hate for Henderson all the time. Both teams are afraid of each other, said Tonic, and that's one thing I think is definitely true. We've been both far too respectful of each other. But Manchester City are the away team. We're the ones that need to be pressing. We're the ones that need to try and go and win this game. Let's be honest as well. I think Manchester City should have had a penalty in that first half through our own sloppiness. Jordan said, frustrated, started well, City eased into the game quicker. Front three are ineffective. Midfield forgot how to pass. We need Shaqiri. Only positive is that it's 0-0. We saw how the Napoli game went. Neil Anthony said the reason we don't do well against City, or the reason we did well, against City previously was we had a Coutinho or Oxlade-Chamberlain who could break the lines. Bringing Keita on was wrong. It should have been Shaqiri. Stephen Richards said, who are those 8 pricks with the thumbs down? What happens, mate, I've explained this before, when you're doing watch-alongs, what happens is people see Liverpool versus Manchester City and immediately think it's a stream of the game, and when it's not, they get disappointed, frustrated, and hit the thumbs down. I can understand why they do it. If they're hurrying around trying to find a stream, they thought they'd found one and it wasn't, so I wouldn't pay any attention to it, mate. I don't think it's people being disrespectful, just more frustrated. Reds FTW said, well, we're not losing, are we? That's what I'm trying to say, and they are a class team. Exactly, I do agree with you there, mate. And we disagreed a moment ago, but I do agree. They're both. It is 0-0. You are absolutely spot on in that one. Nobody has been on top really in this game. No, not a single shot on target from both teams. It's been a disappointing, cagey first half, and I'd say both. I'd say if we were watching a Manchester City stream now, they'd probably be sitting there frustrated with how they're playing and saying Liverpool aren't playing well. We can get at these, and us here as Liverpool fans, we're saying the very same thing. City are being respectful. They're not doing great. We can get at them. Don't forget, guys, as this game tires, City have Sane on the bench to bring on as well. His pace would be terrifying when we've got tiring defenders. We need to be bringing Shaqiri on to do something similar. And I'm not saying, I think Shaqiri may be around the 60-minute mark, but I don't know how long our front three can go being so bad. And it's not just them today. It's all over the field again. It's just disappointing. Ken Zood said, we keep passing the ball to the other team. It's so annoying. Tonic said, Lovren gave me a heart attack with that challenge. What do you guys think on that one? Penalty, no penalty? Let me know what you're thinking. I'm fucking delighted. Obviously, the referee didn't point to the spot. It's actually on here now. It looks like to me Lovren connects with his left leg. I don't know though. Let me know what you guys think. It wasn't given, so at the end of the day, that doesn't really matter. Still in this game, however, we need to up the pace, said Anthony Peters. Naby needs more confidence to get his natural game back. Craig, good job. I've got no hair left, or I'd be pulling it out, said Stephen. I would have brought on Shaqiri instead of Keita, but he's already brought on Keita, so that's why I said that, said Louis. The Raptor said, we need 2 players to stay higher and stretch them out. Our midfield hasn't got any authority. It's a game, not a good game, but there's 45 minutes to go. Agree completely with what you're saying there, Raptor. We have no outlets. We're giving the ball into the lines, and what's happening is Mo Salah's getting the ball fed to him down the right hand side. Immediately 2 Manchester City players are surrounding him, and where we'd usually hope for here is a little bit of magic from somebody to slip a ball in and around or play a ball back for a quick 1-2. It's just not happening. Those little touches, the quick passing, it's just not there. Sloppiness. Stephen Richards said, Craig should have worn the lucky shirt. It's packed away from my holidays, mate. Hence the reason I'm not wearing it today. Mane needs to stay wide instead of coming in field, said Anthony. Fernandinho is a big head, said Louis. Fair enough. This game could be won from the bench for either team, said Ray. That's a good show. Absolutely good show. Lovren is a penalty waiting to happen, said Paul. I think it should have been a penalty, Craig. Look at my comments about the Hendo thing. I can't scroll back up, Louis. The chat's moving too quick, mate. I have a lot to get through. Copy and paste it, mate, and drop it back in and I'll see you. What else have we got? Lucky they're not quite on it either, said Luke, which is true. They haven't been great, nor have we. Big 45 minutes ahead. Craig, we need you to play as our number 10. You absolutely do not need that, Louis. I mean, fucking hell, you don't need that. Just think of Razor Ruddock playing number 10. That's what you'd get, basically, if I was up there. Guys, look, for everyone that's tuned in for today's watch along, thank you so much for joining us here on Anfield Agenda. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel. Don't forget to drop a like on the stream as well. We're trying to build up this community of Liverpool fans here on Anfield Agenda. We're a community channel. All our content is free. It always will be free. We will never charge for anything. We have a great community of Reds on here. So if you're new, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and welcome and thank you for joining us. Big lack of movement, said Ryan in the final third. Want to see Naby get on the ball and beat players as we know he can, said Junior. And of course, guys, a shout out for our post-match show. As soon as this game ends, I'll take a couple of minutes to go away, have a toilet break, get myself a drink, and we'll come back for the post-match show. So I hope you can join us for that one. Big 45 minutes ahead. This game is in the balance. It could go either way. I'm hoping it's a moment of magic from Liverpool that settles it. It is in the balance. There's no other way of putting it. This game is in the balance. Neither team deserve to be ahead. Neither team have played particularly well. It's a 50-50 game. I'm nervous about the second half. I'm interested to see if Jurgen Klopp makes any tactical tweaks or what he says to the players in there in the dressing room. He ran straight down to that dressing room at half time. We know Jurgen Klopp likes to have some video clips ready so he can show his players incidences of what he wants them to change and where he thinks they can improve or where he thinks they can get at the opposition. So I've no doubt that was ready and waiting for him down there as well. The plan seems to be to boot it long to Salah, said Junior. Mate, I don't get that at all. I honestly don't get. Is this my last show for 2 weeks? No, Ryan, mate. I have the post-match show and then I'm unsure about whether I'm going to do a watch or do a stream tonight or not. But we'll talk about that in the post-match show. But after today, yes, I won't be doing any more streams for 2 weeks after today because I'm going on holidays. Nobody's getting on the ball in midfield, said Junior. Jordan said, I honestly long for the days we face Huddersfield and Cardiff. Knackered after these couple of weeks of tough games. Can't imagine how the players feel. I get you, mate. I get you. It's been a tough 2 weeks. The results haven't been great over that 2 weeks as well, but we're still there. One goal here in this second half and we can go into the international break and regroup. They look tired, said Rod. 10 minutes high press and batteries are empty. We miss Oxlade-Chamberlain so much, said Junior. The Moment said, nah, fuck him out. Hang on, if I just boot that lad out. There we go. I hate people coming in spamming the links. Grow your own channel yourself with your fucking creativity. Don't go in spamming others because you've got nothing original to say, you fucking useless cunt. What else we got? Where are you going on holidays? Over to Orlando, mate. 2 weeks in Orlando with the family. Rented a house over there with a pool. Looking forward to it. We were at the same house last year. Can't wait. I've earned it. Put it that way. I've absolutely earned it. I'm mentally drained from all the work that has gone into the channel over the past few months. I put in about 50 to 55 hours a week on Anfield Agenda stuff, and all this content is free. So sometimes it can be really mentally draining on top of real life stuff as well. Tom said, hey Craig, lurking between the watch along and the game. Mo and Bobby need to work a bit of magic from a Hendo long ball. 1-0 to Liverpool he's gone for. Manchester City are going to win, said Brit Bombers. That's your opinion, buddy. I mean, the game's in the balance. I'll leave it with you. You're fully entitled to your opinion, buddy. Keita is better in midfield. Or Keita is better in the midfield too, said Junior. No way, bro. I go to Orlando every 2 years. Must be an Irish thing. For me, mate, it's more about my son. I've told you guys before, I have 2 kids. I have a 14-year-old daughter, but I have a 6-year-old son, Lucas, who has autism, and he's so relaxed and in love with SeaWorld. And look, I understand people have issues with SeaWorld. I'm not trying to belittle those at all, but the way Lucas interacts with the animals in SeaWorld and the way he calms down, it just makes our child's life completely different when he's in that environment. So it's beautiful for us to be able to bring him over there and go to SeaWorld and Universal and do all the stuff that he loves doing. With his autism, he has lots of sensory issues, so some things we've got to be careful of. But yeah, maybe it is an Irish thing, but Orlando's a cracking spot, mate. Naby always seems to play on the left. Hug and Robbo, said Junior. Would you take a draw, said Bailey. I wouldn't take it, but it wouldn't be the end of the world. As we're playing now, would I take a draw? I don't know, man. I'd be on the fence. I've got to be honest. I'd be on the fence. Poochman said, I love the way we played last season, but we have to realise that this system will take a lot out of the players, and in reality, cannot be sustained all season, so Klopp needs to discover another option. Salah said, is it Sadiq? Excuse me, mate, if I mispronounced your name. I'm hoping Mo comes up with a magic moment in the second half, guys. Klopp is out. Klopp's sitting there. Looks like we're getting ready for the second half to start. Again, guys, don't forget, I'll be giving you alternative commentary throughout the second half. And don't forget to join us for the post-match show. Keep an eye out for it on your notifications. Subscribe to the channel. Turn on the notifications. You'll get notified as soon as the post-match show starts. It'll be about 10 minutes after kickoff. Don't forget to drop the stream a like as well, guys. And thanks for joining us. Second half's getting ready. Liverpool, of course, will be attacking the Kop in the second half. Hopefully, the Kop can cheer us on and suck the ball into the back of the net if needs be. Right, referee looking around. Second half about to get underway. Gini Wijnaldum about to take kick-off. Right, we're off. Second half is underway. Liverpool immediately launch a long ball towards nobody, to be fair. Manchester City win it, recycle possession. Ball back with Liverpool. Dejan Lovren to Joe Gomez. Gomez cuts inside, turns left, turns right. About to be dispossessed by Sterling. Referee gives a free kick. Gomez takes it quickly, gives it to Jordan Henderson. Henderson gives it out to Virgil van Dijk. Van Dijk steps into the Manchester City half. Manages to get the ball to Naby Keita, left hand side. Keita surrounded by City players. Looks up. Gives it back to Robbo. Robbo gives it to Virgil van Dijk. Van Dijk has a look ahead. Switches the play. Ball makes it out to Mo Salah, right hand side. Salah forced inside to Henderson. Henderson plays the ball down the channel to Bobby Firmino. Excellent run across the line there from Bobby. He plays it behind Mo Salah. Salah manages to get to it, gives it to Gomez. Forced all the way back. Lovren gives it to Van Dijk. Just inside our own half. He gives it to Keita. Takes it back. One of those situations there where I don't understand the 1-2 of that pass. I don't understand at all what the fucking purpose of it is other than wasting time. Again, Liverpool knocking it around at the back. Ball back to the goalkeeper. He gives it to Lovren. Manchester City start to press up. Liverpool looking to do what Manchester City have been looking to do to us here. Play around the press. Again, still knocking it around at the back, guys. Ball now at Lovren. He carries it a couple of yards forward. He plays the ball up the line. Easy for Mendy to intercept. He plays it centrally to Bernardo Silva. Stones clears the lines. Lovren tries to run out. Referee says no free. Salah plays the ball in towards Mane. Cleared by the Manchester City defence. Liverpool recycle possession. Ball back with Virgil van Dijk. He gives it to Hendo. Hendo moves into the Manchester City half. Forced back on himself. Gives it to Van Dijk. Back to Henderson. Henderson points to Robbo. Tells him to get up the line. Gives it to Robbo. Robbo has a look. He's forced back inside. To Van Dijk. Long diagonal ball. Over here. Goes out harmlessly. I don't know if it's a throw in or a goal kick, but again, absolutely fucking useless. Pointless, useless, obvious. I don't know what to say. It's the same story. The same shit we were doing in the first half. Ederson about to take the goal kick here. Liverpool have 3 players standing across the 18-yard line. Ederson's forced to kick it long. Van Dijk wins it aerially, but just knocks it straight up into the air. Manchester City win the second ball. I'm honestly so confused as to why our players can't pick out a Liverpool player with a header. It just baffles me. Ball plays to Sadio Mane now. Mane left hand side. Plays the ball down the line to Firmino. Stones gets across. Gives it back to his keeper. Ederson now in possession. He gives it back to Stones. Or sorry, it's Laporte, excuse me. Gives it back to Ederson. Ederson now. City slow it right down. Still with Ederson. City looking to patiently play around the press. Gives it to Stones. Back to Ederson. Liverpool trying to squeeze. Ederson plays the ball out. Manchester City now break that first line. Get it into midfield. Ball's with David Silva. Silva's forced back. Henderson pushes him backwards. City still in possession. Right hand side, Kyle Walker. He gives it to Bernardo Silva. Silva just drops his shoulder and leaves 2 Liverpool players standing there scratching their balls. Oh, fuck's sake. Wijnaldum has won it back though for the Reds. He gives it to Lovren. Lovren gives it to Joe Gomez. Gomez gives it back to Wijnaldum. Well done, Genie. Gives it to Henderson. Henderson switches to play left to Andy Robertson. Robbo gets a touch inside. Gives it back to Henderson. Henderson has a look up. Switches to play right to Gomez. Gomez touch inside. Has a strike. Closed down by Manchester City defender. City now start to counter-attack. Fernandinho in possession. He gives it right to Mahrez. Mahrez switches to play left to Benjamin Mendy. Mendy goes into the Liverpool half. Looks up, not much ahead of him. He's forced back. Gives it to Laporte. Laporte to John Stones. Still with John Stones. He plays a ball out wide right to Riyad Mahrez, who tried to cushion past Gini Wijnaldum. Naby Keita did dispossess him but gives it straight back. Liverpool in possession again now. Ball back with Alisson Becker. He plays it to Dejan Lovren. Lovren has a look ahead. Gives it to Gomez. Back to Lovren. Lovren launches one up the line. Mendy intercepts. Liverpool win the second ball. Henderson in possession. He plays a pass, but it's behind Andy Robertson, which doesn't give us a chance to get onto the front foot. Naby with a nice ball up the line to Sadio Mane. Mane now. He's forced back inside. Brought down, free kick to Liverpool. Ball taken quickly. Henderson tries to switch the play to the right to Joe Gomez. Gomez takes the ball down. Tries to cross into the box. Cleared by Manchester City. Henderson picks up the loose ball. He gives it to Gomez. Gomez gives it inside to Genie. Go, Joe, go. Gives it inside to Mo. Mo plays it out too. Gomez on the right hand side. Gomez crosses the ball to the back post. Nobody there. Walker manages to jockey the ball out. Throw into Manchester City on the right hand side. Nobody at the back post there. You can see what Liverpool were trying to do. At least they created an opportunity there. Take the throw, Walker, for fuck's sake. Take the fucking throw. Throw in taken. Liverpool recycle possession. Ball back with Dejan Lovren. He gives it to Gini Wijnaldum. Wijnaldum to Lovren. Back to Gini Wijnaldum. He gives it out right to Joe Gomez. Gomez forced to give it back to Lovren. Switches the play to Virgil van Dijk. To Naby Keita. Keita strides into the Manchester City half. Plays a ball into feet to Firmino. Firmino, nice ball over the top. Gini Wijnaldum into the box now. Good defending by Mendy. He gets across and clears his lines. Liverpool turnover play though. Oh, come on, Reds. Ball across the box. Gomez, right hand side. Tries to cross it in. Poor cross. Cleared by Fernandinho. Henderson recycles possession. Better from Liverpool. Oh, fuck's sake. Henderson tries to then run up the line. Puts too much on it. Goes out for a goal kick. At least there's more intensity there from Liverpool. At least we're trying to create something. Better. Klopp asked for an L bottle of water. You should be getting on the diet chav, Kloppo. Fuck that water stuff. Get on the diet chav. Ball back with Ederson. He's forced to play it out off Bobby Firmino, who closed him down. Goal kick to Manchester City. I have to say, I'm a fan of tattoos, but that thing on Ederson's neck is fucking atrocious. Honest to God. Ederson takes the goal kick quickly. Manchester City have the ball with Walker on the right hand side of the field. Liverpool have turned over possession. Come on, Reds. Come on. Mane, left hand side. Has a run. Plays it to Naby Keita. Ball breaks. Firmino. Pulls it back. Mane. Somebody fucking shoot. Henderson. Fuck's sake. We should have pulled the trigger twice there. But City got bodies across. That was an opportunity. We really should have been pulling the fucking trigger there. Ball back with Alisson Becker now. Good work again by Liverpool to turn over possession though. To create that opportunity. Better. We didn't see much of that in the first half. Again, we give a ball with a header straight back to a Manchester City player. For fuck's sake. City now in possession. Referee blows. Free kick. Foul on David Silva. What are we doing with our headers? Do we think that just because we win the header in the air, that's our job done? We've got to pick out a fucking player. Or at least head it into an area. We headed it 15 yards back into our own half to a Manchester City player, which then ended up with Manchester City being fouled and a free kick here 45 yards out. Our own stupidity yet again. Liverpool holding the line again about 10 yards over the 18-yard box. Ball to the back post. Firmino clears his lines, breaks as far as Bernardo Silva, gives it out wide right to Mahrez. Mahrez forced wider by Andy Robertson. He's turned Robbo. Has a run at him. Ball into the box. Well read by Virgil van Dijk. Mane has it now left hand side for Liverpool. Wijnaldum plays it up the line to Bobby Firmino. Firmino gives it inside to Mane. Have a run at him, Sadio. He plays it to Henderson. Play it wide right. Gives it across to Gomez. Again, a little bit. Should have been a little bit ahead of him. Give it into Hendo. Hendo turns back on himself. Why? Why did you turn back on yourself, Henderson? Turn to the left, towards play. Henderson's down. Referee says play on. Liverpool boot it out. Yellow card about to be issued to a Manchester City player here for the foul on Jordan Henderson. We're turning back into our own half far too often. Look at that. You see that option there? Henderson looked up, seen Salah 10 yards ahead of him, and still turned right into his own half. It's just not good enough. They did a perfect slow-mo replay there of Jordan Henderson's view in possession. He glanced left, seen Mo, open, available to take the pass, then turned back on himself and got fouled. Absolutely ridiculous and not good enough. There's times we're just being too safe and it's just uncalled for. Anyway, Liverpool in possession. Virgil van Dijk gives it to Lovren. Lovren to Gini. Forced back to the keeper. He gives it to Virgil van Dijk, left hand side of the penalty area. Van Dijk to Robbo. Robbo, Van Dijk. Back to the keeper. To Lovren. Launch the ball upfield. Now see, what we've just done there is we played 7 or 8 passes and still end up booting the ball long up the field. If you're going to boot the ball long up the field, then just fucking boot it up the field. Stop with the tippy-tapping nonsense if you know you're going to end up just fucking hoofing it anyway. Manchester City have recycled possession. The fucking state of that. Fernandinho tried a shot, and all I can say is it's Lucas Leiva-esque is the best way of describing it. It was probably one of the worst shots I've ever seen in my life. It was atrocious. The only thing that's made me smile so far during this game. Fucking hell, what a shot. Liverpool take the goal kick quickly. Into Henderson, plays it back to Lovren. Lovren has a look up. Back across to Van Dijk. Robertson plays it into free to Sadio. Poor touch from Sadio. Gives the ball away to Riyad Mahrez. Henderson manages to get a foot in. Well done, Jordan. Mane now in possession. Ball goes up. Mendy intercepts. Manchester City back with the ball. David Silva. He plays it to Mendy. Mendy has a look up. Points left to Raheem Sterling. Sterling in possession now. He slithers to the right. Passes it to David Silva. He gives it to Mendy down the left hand side. Mendy whips across into the back post. Somebody should have given Robbo a shout there. He put it out for a corner, but he could have just let it go out for a throw. Somebody should be shouting at him. But well done, Robbo, anyway, not taking any chances. Corner to Manchester City. Right hand side of the Kop. Well, left hand side if you're on the Kop. Right hand side for Manchester City attacking. Sterling about to take the corner here for Manchester City. Still hasn't taken it. Short slither up. He takes the corner. Long, deep. Looked like a foul. Yes, the referee eventually gives a fucking free kick for a foul on Virgil van Dijk. Pep Guardiola has to be the biggest whinging bitch of a manager I've ever seen. He cries about absolutely fucking everything. It's clear there that he pulled down Virgil van Dijk. Yes, Van Dijk handled the ball, but it was a clear foul. If it wasn't a foul, it was a definite handball though. I have to say that. But it was a foul, so fuck your handball, Pep. Ball played wide to Genie, who tries a fucking ridiculous flick. And again, ball goes out. Throw into Liverpool. Come on, Reds! 60 minutes gone. Jesus about to come on for Manchester City, it looks like, with the worst moustache in the history of football. He just looks like a poor man's Martin Lawrence. City on the attack. David Silva plays a ball in. Robbo gets across the cover. Mahrez turns, has a strike just wide of Alisson's left-hand corner post. Well worked by Manchester City there. Strike not on target. Ball played in. Aguero chests it down. Silva plays the ball into Mahrez, who turns Robbo, has a strike. Just goes wide of the left-hand post of Alisson Becker. Good play by Manchester City there. As I said, 60 minutes gone here. Liverpool 0, Manchester City 0. Tommy, mate, the Manchester City fan who's saying 2 refereeing decisions robbing City, mate, I'll give you the first one. The Lovren one, I think, probably was a penalty. Honestly, that one I feel was a foul on Van Dijk. But the first one, I have no arguments with you, mate. You're a Man City fan, I'll try and be honest. It was a penalty for me. Right, so Liverpool in possession here on their own lines. Robbo clears it. Again, dispossessed. We give it back to Mahrez, who's the free run inside the penalty area. He has a strike, but it's straight at fucking Alisson. We cannot give the damn ball away so easily. Liverpool throw it out quickly to Wijnaldum, who plays a long ball up line to nobody. One in the air by Manchester City again. I don't know if we think we've Peter Crouch up front with some of the balls we're playing in. Naby Keita now. He has a run at the Manchester City defence. Manages to find the ball out to Firmino, left-hand side of the City penalty area. He looks up. Gives the ball to Henderson. Henderson, lovely ball wide right to Gomez. Gomez gives it back to Mo. Mo has a strike on target, saved by Ederson. Again, weak shot by Mo Salah, but at least it's a shot on target. At least it's a chance created, but I want to see a replay. Good ball by Jordan Henderson. Nice little touchback by Joe Gomez. It's just a weak shot from Mo Salah, but at least it's a shot on target. City have worked the ball up to the halfway line here. David Silva in possession. He gives it back to Mahrez. Mahrez gives it back to Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva carries it forward. City knock it back. City just knocking the ball around here, trying to draw Liverpool onto them to play around the press. They managed to break one line with a ball into Bernardo Silva. Silva then flicks the ball left. Gomez wins it back, gives it to Gini Wijnaldum. Again, everything far too slow from Liverpool here. Ball into feet to Firmino. Firmino, nice ball to Salah. Salah's been fouled, is he? Referee gives a free kick to Liverpool. Another yellow card for Manchester City here. To Benjamin Mendy. We should be targeting Mendy now. He's booked. We should be playing at him, running at him. Salah turned him well, to be fair. Mendy had a pull at him and stopped him getting any chance of a run in. Free kick to Liverpool in a decent position here. Bring the big man up and try and play a ball in here and win something in the air. 63 minutes gone. As I said, confirmation of a booking there for Benjamin Mendy. Salah standing over the free kick. It's not in a position you'd really expect him to shoot from, if I'm being honest. It's in line with the corner of the 18-yard box. Henderson talking to Mo, discussing what's going to happen here. Both of them standing over it. Henderson cross, cleared. Gomez plays it back in, cleared again by Manchester City. Manchester City attack down the right hand side. Walker breaking down the right hand side. Liverpool get numbers back. Keita plays the ball up, plays off, goes out. Can all you fucking cunts that are putting 1-0 into the chat just fuck off? It's not funny. If you're supposed to be a football fan or a Liverpool fan, you're putting that in trying to wind people up. You're nothing but a bunch of pricks. Stop doing it. Aguero coming off now to be replaced by Jesus, aka Martin Lawrence. The speed of Kyle Walker down that right hand side. I agree with Farrell. Anyone fucking about with scores, get booted out. You're not welcome here. 65 minutes gone. Liverpool 0. Manchester City 0. Aguero, it seems like the longest walk off of a football pitch I can remember in a long time. He's just strolling across. Clock ticking down. Martin Lawrence comes on now. First substitution for Manchester City. Mane plays the ball. Oh, well done, Lovren. Liverpool now right hand side. We haven't Gomez gives it. Go on, Gomez, have a run. Gomez having a run down the line. Turns back on himself, brought down. Another easy foul. Easy decision for the referee there. Free kick to Liverpool. Right hand side of the penalty area. Kind of halfway between the corner of the penalty area and the byline. So I hope you can imagine where that is. About 10 yards from the byline basically, and about 5 or 6 yards in from the throw in. Right, come on Mo. Whip in something delicious here. Henderson and Mo standing over it yet again. Big men up from the back. Mo puts in a cross. Over hit. Goes out, goal kick. Another piss poor attempt from Liverpool. You could see what he was trying to do, but the execution just wasn't there. Another opportunity wasted. Jordan said we need Shaqiri. Why does Klopp take until the game's nearly over to make any changes? Rob's HD is predicting 2-1 to Manchester City. Henderson plays the ball into Mane. Mane looks for the ball over the top to Mo Salah. He's surrounded by 3 Manchester City players though. Bernardo Silva then wins the second ball. He plays the ball over the top, but Martin Lawrence is offside. I don't understand what we're expecting Mo Salah to work miracles up on his own. He's up against 3 defenders and we're expecting him to work a miracle every time we try and play a ball over the top. It's, I don't know, it's absolute nonsense. Liverpool play the ball out with Henderson, gives it to Gomez. Gomez plays it up the line. Henderson tries a flick. What the fuck were you doing with that, Henderson? Like, honestly, what were you... fuck off. Liverpool recycle possession with Virgil van Dijk. Andy Robertson. Klopp needs to fucking look to the bench now at this point. Ball out left. Robbo in a bit of space. Stones comes across and dispossesses. Manchester City now start to counter-attack. David Silva plays it wide right to Riyad Mahrez. Mahrez has a run of Virgil van Dijk. Van Dijk blocks it. Corner. No, goal kick. Goal kick. Thought it was a corner, but the linesman has told the referee it was a goal kick. Liverpool take it quickly. Robertson now in possession. He plays a long ball towards Mo Salah. Salah gets a touch on it. Oh, fuck Mo! That's... fucking hell! The one fucking chance! Well worked by Liverpool. Nice ball played. Salah gets a touch away. And the shot is fucking atrocious again. For fuck's sake. Well worked by Liverpool. Good touch by Mo to get himself into the position. But, I mean, no, just get the fucking shot on target at least. Game's starting to open up here a little now. Both teams starting to get some space. Salah fell. Free kick to Liverpool. Halfway between the 18-yard box and the halfway line. Jordan, if that aimed at me, I'm not sure what you're talking about, but if you're talking about Mo Salah's opportunity, it was piss poor, mate, let's be honest. Liverpool still have the ball back. Alisson Becker gives it to Lovren. Lovren forced back to the keeper. The keeper has a touch. Another touch. And then just boots the ball out for a throw-in. I don't understand that. I don't understand the thinking behind it. Manchester City now back with possession inside their own half. 70 minutes gone, 0-0. Stones has the ball. He plays it to keeper. Ederson now in possession. Liverpool press up a little bit. Ederson manages to play out to Fernandinho. Oh, unlucky Liverpool. Throw into Liverpool right hand side. We nearly intercepted there. Good pressing. Well done, Gini Wijnaldum yet again. Why aren't we making a change? Honestly. Oh, looks like Sturridge is coming on, I think. I've seen a glimpse of somebody at the top of their head. Liverpool on the left hand side of the box here. Robertson, he plays Mane in down the line. Mane turned back on himself. Good challenge with the Manchester City defenders, and Walker manages to clear his lines. Van Dijk now in possession for Liverpool. He has a look up. Points to Henderson where he wants him to go, but ends up having to play it back to the goalkeeper. Keeper spreads it out to Joe Gomez. Gomez cuts inside. Manchester City turn the ball over. Then put it out, throw into Liverpool, left hand side of the field. Are we going to see a substitution? I think we are. Daniel Sturridge going to come on for Bobby Firmino. So Bobby Firmino to come off to be replaced by Daniel Sturridge, just to confirm. Another 70 minutes for Bobby. Come on, Studge. Come on, Studge. Daniel Sturridge has had 17 goals as a substitute in the Premier League. The third highest ever, apparently. Just seen a stat flash up on the screen. I agree fully with Jordan there in the chat, by the way. Gini Wijnaldum again put in a very good performance. City breaking here on the left hand side with Benjamin Mendy. He plays the ball into the box. Well read by Van Dijk. Henderson tries to clear his lines. Gives it to Gomez. Gomez launches one up the line to Sturridge. Sturridge flicks it into the path of Mo Salah. He pulls down Fernandinho. Free kick to Manchester City. 72 minutes gone. Free kick taken quickly by City. John Stones in possession. 18 minutes to go here, guys. The game's still in the balance. It's anyone's game. Fernandinho plays it back to Stones. Ball played left. Liverpool win it back. We play it off our own player, but it breaks to Mo Salah. He tries to play a ball. Walker miscontrols it. But Mane has it on the left hand side and he's dispossessed again. Fuck's sake. Was it Mane or was it Keita? Excuse me, I'm not sure. I couldn't see from this angle. Manchester City have recycled possession. Game really starting to stretch now. City have a 3-on-3 here. Great tackle, Dejan Lovren. Great tackle. Absolutely top quality defending there. Brilliant. I cannot tell you guys how good a tackle that was. Sturridge now in possession. He gives it back to Lovren. Lovren to Jordan Henderson. Outstanding fucking tackle by Dejan Lovren. Well done. Had to time it perfectly and he did. Ball into feet. Mo Salah back to Sturridge. Sturridge loses possession. Turns it over. Fernandinho. He gives it to Sterling inside to Bernardo Silva. Game really starting to open up now. Bernardo Silva running at the Liverpool defence. Gives the ball left to Sterling. Sterling plays the ball in behind to Silva. Silva pulls it back across the goal. Becker touches it, breaks out to Riyad Mahrez. Mahrez has a strike. Alisson gets down to his left hand post to touch it round. Good save. Well worked there by City. Bernardo Silva played the ball across the box. Alisson got a hand to it, breaks to Mahrez. Mahrez tries to beat the keeper at his near post, but Alisson got down well to touch it around. Nice save. Corner for Manchester City. 15 minutes to go, plus injury time. Another substitution here. Manchester City bringing off Raheem Sterling to be replaced by Leroy Sané. Again, Sterling slowly slithers across the field to be replaced. Another forgettable game for Raheem Sterling at Anfield. Good enough for him. Fuck him. On comes Leroy Sané, a very dangerous player. We all know what Sané can do, particularly on the counter-attack. Corner here to Manchester City. In-swinger coming from Riyad Mahrez. Ball played in. Cleared by Gini Wijnaldum. Great header. Manchester City recycle the ball. Bit of aerial tennis going on. Gomez heads it straight back into an area. Again, an area though that has 5 Manchester City players that are surrounding 1 Liverpool player. Why can't we head a ball into an area where our players are? I don't get it. It's madness. City anyway, in possession on the halfway line, right hand side of the field. Ball back with Kyle Walker. Walker gives the ball to Stones. City now on the left hand side with Mendy. Mendy cuts inside. He gives the ball into David Silva. Silva back to Mendy. Mendy plays it left to Sané. Sané gives it back to Mendy. Mendy into Silva. Silva being tracked by 2 Liverpool players who come across and put the ball out for a throw into Manchester City. Throw in taken quickly. Good turn there. Jesus turns 2 Liverpool players inside out. Again, Manchester City look for a penalty here. Martin Lawrence was down holding his face. Have to see a replay of this to see what happens. Beautiful turn by him, to be fair. Leaves Gomez for dead. I don't know, he ran into Lovren's arm, or Lovren's arm was outstretched. Yeah, it was one of those where the arm was there and he was turning. Anyway, Manchester City have taken that quickly. Lovren brought down, free kick to Liverpool. Maybe a little bit of retribution there from Martin Lawrence. Bring on Shaqiri. Come on, Kloppo. You know you want to. The game's starting to open up like this. Shaqiri, just bring him on for fuck's sake, come on. Free kick taken by Alisson. Launched upfield. Manchester City win the first header, but Liverpool recycle possession. Robertson plays the ball infield to Sturridge. Sturridge drop of the shoulder, plays it back to Robbo. To Hendo. To Sturridge, drop of the shoulder again. Dispossessed though, Manchester City now in possession. They play a wayward ball. Joe Gomez gives it back to Lovren. Lovren has a look ahead of him, not much on, gives it back to Gomez. Gomez has a run down the line, tracked by Sané. Still going, well done Joe. Gets his cross into the box. Sturridge gets up in a header, but it trickles towards the goalkeeper. Easy for Ederson. Good work by Joe Gomez on the right hand side there for Liverpool. Good strength shown. Managed to get a good cross into the box. Very hard for Daniel Sturridge to get any power on that header. Easy for the goalkeeper. City now try to play their way out from the back again. Short goal kick taken. Fernandinho in possession. He plays it inside to John Stones. Stones carries the ball forward. Gives it left. Laporte. Laporte plays it into space. Liverpool intercept. Salah, poor pass again, gives the ball straight back to Manchester City. Fernandinho turns a couple of Liverpool players. Plays it into the channel to Jesus. Jesus dispossessed by Dejan again. More excellent defender from Dejan Lovren. He plays the ball inside the Keita. Why did you drop... Oh, he plays it backwards. Drop your shoulder and move to the right, mate. There's about 50 yards of field to run into. Gini Wijnaldum now in possession for Liverpool. He spreads the ball across wide right. We cannot be doing what we just did with Keita and what Henderson did. When there's space there, have a look before you receive the ball. If there's space there, drop your shoulder and run into it. Playing it back, all it does is gives Manchester City time to set. Frustrates the hell out of me, particularly in a game that's so tight. Dejan Lovren now in possession. He plays the ball into feet to Mo. Mo touches it inside. Plays the ball out to Robbo. It's asking a lot of him. Robbo manages to keep it in. But they can't do anything with the cross. 10 minutes to go. Liverpool 0, Manchester City 0. I bet not many of us thought this would be a 0-0 game so far. Sturridge changing his... Or I think he's taken off the thing underneath the shirt, actually, to be fair. I think he've got permission from the referee for that, would he? I can't remember anyway. Goal kick taken short. Manchester City trying to work their way out. Stones in possession. Liverpool letting them pass the ball around. Works its way out to Walker. He gives it to Mahrez. Back to Walker. 80 minutes gone. Bernardo Silva. He launches a long ball out to Sane, excuse me. He gives it back to Laporte. To Stones. Again, Liverpool just standing off, allowing City to have the ball in that area. Out to Benjamin Mendy. Mendy up the line to Silva. Now Manchester City spring into life. Silva plays the ball into Sane. Well read. Dejan Lovren gets across and clears his lines. I don't know what to say, guys. I think we're just being far too fucking respectful of Manchester City here. Don't do the usual Kloppo and bring somebody on in 8.5 minutes like that has no chance to influence the game. If you're going to use a substitution, use it. Manchester City try and play around, but they're offside. 81.5 minutes gone. Make the fucking change, Gaffer. Come on. It's not working. Make the change. Liverpool take the free kick quickly. Lovren carries the ball out. To Alisson. To Van Dijk. Back to Alisson. To Lovren. He plays the ball up the line to absolutely fucking nobody. But he gets it back. Wins a throw in. Still no sign of Klopp looking to the bench to make the final substitution. I don't know. This is getting frustrating. Tap your chest, Klopp, all you want. They're not doing fucking anything, mate. Tapping your chest at this moment is not going to change things, buddy. Look to the bench. Sturridge in possession now. He gives it back to Gomez. Gomez to Van Dijk. Van Dijk back to Alisson under pressure. Alisson plays it left to Robertson. Robertson to Van Dijk. He's calling players towards him. Gives it to Henderson. Again, Naby Keita was the ball, Hendo. For fuck's... Don't put your arms up in the air. He was there for you. You could have played it. Tries a ball up the line. Mane takes a second ball. He runs at the City defence. And apparently carrying a ball across a line is too much to expect from our forwards as well. Fuck's sake. Mane, get the fuck up. Unless you're about to drop dead, Mane, get the fuck up. Look at him, there's nothing wrong with him. Get up. For fuck's sake. You took an elbow. You're going to be up in 2 seconds. All you're doing is rolling around wasting our own time. Get up. Fuck's sake. Oh look, there he is. Surprise, surprise, Mane's up and there isn't any injury with him. Oh look. Stop saying he's injured. He's not fucking injured. He took a little tip to the jaw. Any of us outside playing with our mates would have just got up. You're trying to win a game to go top of the league here. City in possession. Silva. He plays a ball into Sane. Penalty. Penalty to Manchester City. There cannot be any argument about this to me, I think. There's no point in arguing with the referee now. He's made his mind up. Fucking ridiculous. Ridiculous. Virgil van Dijk fouled Leroy Sané, who was going fucking nowhere. You didn't get the ball. You got the player, Virgil. There's no point in arguing about it. It's a stonewall penalty. It's a fucking stonewall penalty, and he was going nowhere. Nowhere. Oh, fucking hell. Once again, we shoot ourselves in the fucking foot. What do you mean no pen, Imran? Are you watching the same game? I mean, come on. No pen. Fuck off. It was an obvious penalty, mate. We can all be biased, but that's a ridiculous comment. No penalty. Fucking stonewall penalty. Riyad Mahrez stepping up to take the penalty. 85 minutes gone. Mahrez steps up. Blazes it over the bar! Yes! Come on! Fuck you, City! We're after getting a massive let off there. A massive let off. Now we need to show some balls and go up the other end and win this game. Oh, Mahrez, that was an awful penalty, son. An awful penalty. Ooh, Liverpool do go down the other end, but Manchester City clear the lines immediately. Long ball upfield. Lovren wins the aerial battle. Henderson heads it on, only as far as Sane. Sane now in possession. He runs the ball out of play. Both managers urging their team. Pep in the way of Jordan Henderson, didn't realise it. Ah, take that, Mahrez. Fuck you. Nobody really shown for Gomez here. Aguero sitting on the bench going, oh, you fucking pleb. I would have buried that. Liverpool in possession. Left hand side. Sturridge. He plays it to Robbo. Robbo, left hand side of the penalty area. Forced backwards. Gives it to Van Dijk. Van Dijk plays it across to Dejan Lovren. Lovren gives it across to Gomez. Gomez up the line to Daniel Sturridge. Or to Gini Wijnaldum, sorry. I thought it was 15. Wijnaldum on the ball now. He's forced back. Gives it to Lovren. Lovren tries to cross into the box. Bad control by Mo Salah. Ball up in the air. City tried to break, but Henderson now has the ball. Having a run at them. Flicks the ball towards the back post. Cleared by Manchester City. Silva clears his lines. Van Dijk plays a ball up to Daniel Sturridge. Sturridge drops his shoulder. Gives it out to Robbo. Robbo now. Trying to get in down the line. He looks back. Gives it to Sadio. Edge of the box. Sadio. Points where he wants somebody. Nobody makes a move from him. Again, ball in behind. Mane brought down. Surely referee. No! Goal kick apparently. It looked like it was tangled. Looked like he was brought down, but free kick. No free kick apparently. Goal kick to Manchester City. See a little incident there with Jesus and Mahrez. Jesus was ready to take the penalty, but then Mahrez apparently comes across and tells him he's supposed to take it, and then blasts it over the bar. Yeah, anyway, 88 minutes gone. Liverpool 0, Manchester City 0. Goal kick taken long this time by Ederson. One in the air by Joe Gomez. Second ball won by City. Lovren clears his lines. Daniel Sturridge takes an elbow to the face. Referee says that's okay apparently. Throw into Liverpool. Come on, give him the ball quickly, quickly, quickly. Take it quickly. Clock ticks to 89 minutes. We still haven't taken the fucking throw. Throw in taken up the line. Sturridge being climbed over. Come on, Liverpool. Henderson wins the ball. Lovren gives it across to... What was this shit? What's the referee giving a free for? Whipping out a yellow card here. I'm lost here, guys, as to what's going on. Gini Wijnaldum's getting booked anyway. I don't know what for. I haven't got a clue what this booking is for. Clock ticks towards the 90th minute. Well, we're in the 90th minute. Clicks towards 90. Liverpool 0, Manchester City 0. Free kick just outside their own penalty area. Taken long by Ederson. Ball goes out. Throw into Liverpool right hand side. Level with the 18-yard box. Many minutes are we going to see here? Assistant referee about to hold the board up. City on the attack. Jesus tries the ball in behind, too long. Goal kick Liverpool. Anybody see the board? What did it say? Fuck's sake, he pulls it away just before I see the number. 3 minutes. 3 minutes of time added on. Ball back with Alisson. Long ball upfield. Mane knocks it up in the air. Arcada. Liverpool trying to create one last opportunity here. Ball into Gini Wijnaldum. He's forced back on himself. Henderson just, I don't know what he's doing. He's getting in the fucking way. Gives it to Virgil van Dijk. Plays it out left to Robbo. Come on, Robbo. Have a run at him down the line, son. Have a run at him. Have a run at him. Comes inside. Wijnaldum now. Plays it wide right to Joe Gomez. Gomez plays the ball into the box. Cleared by Manchester City. Don't foul him, Gomez. Throw into Liverpool. Right at the corner flag. 2 minutes to go. Is he going to try a long one here? He's giving the ball a good rub with the shirt. Big men are forward. Van Dijk is up. Come on, lads. Come on, you Reds. 91 minutes and 30 seconds. Gomez takes a long throw into the box. Keeper Kane got nowhere, but it's back out with Gomez. Another cross into the box. Cleared by Manchester City. Henderson forced all the way back. Alisson comes out. He launches a ball left. Kept in play by Liverpool. Back at Robbo. Try the 1-2. Ball goes out. Throw into Liverpool. 50 seconds to go. Take the fucking throw! Throw in taken. Ball with Jordan Henderson. Back to the fucking goalkeeper. Honest to God. Fuck off, Henderson. I defend Henderson time and time again, but when you've 1 minute to go in the game, playing the ball back to the fucking goalkeeper isn't where you go. Free kick to Manchester City. It looks like this one's going to peter out to a 0-0 draw, folks. .30 seconds to go. Ederson strolling across to take the free kick. You'd expect both sides wouldn't be too pissed off with a point. It's been a disappointing game from a spectacle. We got away with it here, to be fair. Penalty missed by Mahrez. 10 seconds to go. Ederson launches the free kick upfield. Finds Sané on the left hand side. Sané plays it to Silva, tries to get it back. Ball goes out. Goal kick to Liverpool. And you'd imagine that that's going to be that. Referee blows up. Game over. Liverpool 0. Manchester City 0. In what would you could probably say is a frustrating draw for both sides. Manchester City missed the sitter to win it. There's not much else to say, really. We'll get to it in the post-match show. Guys, I hope you can join us for that one. There's lots to get through in this game. Lots to talk about Liverpool's performance. What this result means going forward. How much we can point at Riyad Mahrez and laugh. There's a lot to get through. I hope you can join us for that one. Thank you to everybody that joined us for the watch-along. It's been a frustrating afternoon again, but it was a draw. Liverpool still remain unbeaten in the Premier League. Don't forget to sub, guys, if you enjoyed the stream. Thank you for everyone that joined us. Don't forget to drop a like on the stream as well. I'll see you guys in 10 minutes or so for the post-match show. If you subscribe, don't forget to turn on notifications, and then you'll know exactly when we go live. We'll see you then, guys. Lots to talk about. Until then, up the motherfucking Reds.